Okay, so let us go into the session. The first 1 hour or 45 minutes I am going to cover for clerical to officer people, because their notification recently they have received, bank has released, so they are not much aware of their willingness and all. So just I would like to clear some doubts of them for the next first half an hour, then I will go to the subject sessions. Okay, so today I am going to cover orientation. This orientation is very specifically to for clerical to officer only, not for others. If you are through nurture, I have taken for scale 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. If you have not listened to me earlier regarding your promotion 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, you can go and watch that session in that area. Okay, this session I have kept exclusively for 0 to 1 for the next half an hour. Then I will touch today probably KYC, policy of the bank, and deposits. Then if time permits, I will go for general banking, because evening exactly 5:30, I'm going to conclude my sessions. And in between, I told you, I will give you some breaks so that you can also have a cup of coffee and come back to the session. Because it's a after lunch session, it is very difficult for me to handle, also for you also to listen continuously. Okay. Please don't unmute your mics. Entire session will get disturbed, and this is the record. This will get recorded also. If you disturb unnecessary, that timing also will be disturbed in the video. Okay. So no need to write any presentation of mine. Whenever I take sessions, I will share my presentation to you in a PDF format once my session is over, through CBY website also, and through whatever groups I have created. That group also I will post whatever presentations I am sharing here. Okay. So let us go to the session, friends. A small disclaimer which I want to tell you. This presentation is for academic and information purpose only. Please be guided by relevant laws, circulars, manuals, everything, whatever you have. We don't advise to depend only on this material, because there are so many resources for anybody. You can depend on anything, but we have tried, myself, Jagannath sir, or who are faculty taking here, we have taken utmost care by giving you the appropriate material so that you could success in the examination. Okay. So thank you, our General Secretary, Mr. Ravikumar sir, who has given me an opportunity, and thank you, CVOA, for giving this opportunity. Okay. So I have minimized my mistakes wherever possible. I have taken care, but if you feel any corrections are there, you are very much welcome. You can give a mail to ravikumarbv@canarabank.com, so that I can, if it is right, then I will change myself also. Okay. Thank you very much. Let us go to the session. First of all, regarding 0 to 1, that material, that memo 118/2022. Please remember, day before yesterday circular has come. Now willingness is updated. Now willingness is postponed till 17th December. So you can very well give willingness even tomorrow also. There was no problem for clerical substaff also. Both they have given the chance of extension of willingness. Okay. Then regarding promotion, for the last, my experience as a faculty for the last 3 years, I strongly believe IBPS ask questions, 80% questions from circulars only. If anybody go through circulars thoroughly, then for him, the examination is a cakewalk. He need not follow any faculty, I strongly believe. But you have to circular in depth, you have to read. But generally, the problem what's happening is people are not reading the circulars. If they are reading daily, then the examination will be very easy for them. And that is the first resource for you and the best resource for you, if you could able to do on your own. If not, you have to depend on the faculty who are taking care of circulars and giving you notes and all. Then coming to knowledge bank of our bank, our bank vertical, CIBM gives a book called Knowledge Bank, which is available in CanNet in L&D vertical site. You can go there. It cannot come in WhatsApp and all, because it is a very big file, huge file. So you have to download in your system only, and you have to read then and there only. Okay. Then whatever material we are providing, myself and Jagannath sir, whatever we are giving, we have taken care almost recent guidelines. So those guidelines, if you follow also, I hope you will get a very good score in the examination. Then if you ask me external resources for your academic purpose, for examination purpose, during my 27 years of banking, I used to read NS Tour book of banking. That is a very good book for general banking, even after promotion or before promotion. It's not just for knowledge purpose. You can depend on this. Earlier, IBPS examiner, whenever he conduct examination, he used to give more questions on general banking. So that time, for us, almost NS Tour was a very important book. But nowadays, the examination pattern is changed. Examination pattern, he is not asking more questions on general banking. He is asking more questions on your bank internal circulars. So depending on NS Tour book, I feel now it is not good for your examination. I feel for the last 5 years, 7 years, I have seen the papers. You can also, there are recall questions I have posted. You can very well know that many questions coming from bank circulars. Then CTDI book, one booklet capsule. Already I have given the soft copy to you people. That CTDI book is very good for general banking. It is a crispy book, small capsule. It will cover each and everything: priority, forex, general banking, government schemes, everything they will cover in a small booklet. That also will be useful for you for reference purpose, and it is up to 31st October it is updated. These two are external resources, and if you are interested, if you can purchase this and you can read it. I'm not doing any promotional activity here, just for your purpose. Whatever I have read in my career, just I'm sharing that information to you. If you are interested, you can follow those books, but for examination purpose, I observed this: general banking only you will get not less than 5 questions or 6 questions, that's all. Okay, circulars will carry 80 marks. So if you read only circulars and policies also, you will get more than 80 marks. Then coming to, as per policy of your bank exam, what your bank is saying, what your bank said in the promotion policy that they are going to cover for examination. Number one is banking law and practice you have to go through. Then you see, second, very, very important, the bank itself is given in the policy. You have to read manuals, circulars, memos, other communications issued by the bank. And I also feel strongly this is the main resource for you to crack the examination with a very good score. Then latest scenario and development in the banking industry. These are all recent current affairs. You can go through if time permits. Again, I'm telling, because never ever I have seen any question outside. For example, I can tell you one example. Now, recently in the banking, there is a concept called EBG, right? EBG, if at all, for example, later develop in banking industry, if you ask, I can ask you a question. EBG, which bank has started first? It is not Canara Bank. It is some other bank. Which is that bank? It is HDFC. That is called banking industry developments. Okay. Those things they have never asked us, most of the things, but they have kept this also here. So they may ask. For that, we have to cover current affairs in the banking industry for the last 6 months. It is difficult for us working in the organization, working in as officer managers, covering all these things. So we are, myself and Jagannath, Jagannath sir, whatever we are trying is to bringing everything in one place so that you can read and you can succeed in the examination. Then computer literacy, it's a very important for scale 3 to 4 people, because once the examination is over, they have to give a computer exam. That is only a pass mark exam. I have covered in my 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 session. So you can go through that. And general English, this is for clerical people, very important, because they carry 30 marks, I think, in general English. So I think you have given IBPS exam for last 3 years back or 4 years back. I think that basics will help you. Just you have to recollect, or you have to go revise the English basics if you are not well versed. Otherwise, it is not required. Normal English will take care of that. Okay. Then during going to examination, please don't forget, you, as per call letter, it will be written that you have to carry one photo, because after going to examination, if you forgot to take that photo, you will be in trouble, because you cannot take instant photo there. That photographer will not be available at the examination venue. Then you will be in a panic mode. Please don't forget, you have to take one photo along with you. And whatever call letter, it will come 2-3 days or 1 week before the examination. Once the call letter comes, take a signature of your branch manager and keep it ready for the examination hall. And please carry your I-card also, because our HR people will verify you, because your manager is not there. HR people has to identify you. If ID card is not there, please take a identification letter from your branch manager, pasting a photograph, and he has to identify you that you are so and so. So that these three are very, very important. Don't keep any tension in the exam. Before exam, don't keep any tensions. Okay. Then online test, it is 28th Jan 2023. Okay, for clerical people, and 1 to 2, 2 to 3, you people very well know that it is on 22nd. Then coming to the part of process of these materials and all. See, promotion is important. I also feel everybody wants to go up in the ladder, but knowledge with promotion is very, very important as on today. Okay, then I have tried, whatever sessions I take or I'm taking for the last 2 years, I always try to cover the subject, not with objective manner, because I always feel strong that a person who can give examination very well is, he should have knowledge. If you have knowledge, you can give examination also very well. You can acquire confidence also. You will get good score in the examination. And at the same time, when you take a higher responsibility as an officer, manager, senior manager, who, whatever it may be, to to uh, to work like a good officer, you need some good knowledge. Otherwise, just scoring with objective, getting 30, 40, 100 marks or 50 marks, 60 marks and taking promotion will not fetch the real purpose of promotion, because after promotion, you have more responsibility. That more responsibility you have to fulfill with good confidence. Okay. Then before we start this promotion material or whatever subjects which I want to touch, I would like to tell you how the examination process is for 0 to 1, clerical to officer only. I am going to talk. Okay. First, let me discuss about the channels. I think during willingness, you will get 3 channels, right? One is test come interview channel. Okay, that is test and interview, both will be there, and both will be there for 2 people. One is merit channel and merit come seniority tab. There are 2 channels in the bank. One is merit and another is merit come seniority tab. Don't worry, once the this entire presentation on promotion is over, you will understand what is a merit, what is merit come seniority, how bank will see, everything I will clear you. Okay. Then second channel is interview channel. These people never give exam. That means they are seniors. Okay. They have completed 18 years and all service. Those people will be given. Then third one is highly qualified category. The people who have joined as a clerk in the bank and during regular course, if they might have completed BTech, MBA, MCA, these people are called as highly qualified category people. These people advantage is they can give examination within 2 years after their joining in the bank. Not exactly from date of joining. It is 2 years till March 2023, 24, like that. They will put the cutoff date, and on that date, they might have completed 2 years. Okay. Then they will be eligible under highly qualified category. Please note highly qualified category, because it is a 2 years eligibility, very fast channel or a very speed channel. So the bank here gives a very few vacancies. So that is the reason when you are touching highly qualified category, don't think your qualification is eligible. You have to see what are all the other channels also you are eligible, because here the posts are less. Here it is only 18% of the entire vacancies the bank is declaring. For example, 2000 vacancies bank has declared. Just imagine last year they have declared 2000 vacancies. 18%, how much? 360. That means you will fight for only 360 posts. Okay. Then if you are eligible for merit channel or normal channel, whatever it may be, then what happens is 2360 if you deduct, remaining are approximately 1800 or 1700. Just imagine. Out of that, 50% vacancies for merit channel. How much? Then you can fight with lot of candidates. The competition will be less in merit and merit come seniority when you compare with highly qualified category people. Okay. Then sports category, which I am not going to discuss much about this. Very few people will be there. Then as the promotion policy of our bank says, who are retiring on 31st March 2023, they are not eligible to give the promotion exam. Then how to opt when you are giving willingness? Already people might have given willingness. For them, I can't do anything. But the people who have not given willingness and already the extension has came into picture now. So how to opt? Now, the first one is either for test come interview channel or interview channel, but not for both. See, a person has completed 18 years of service as a clerk. He can directly go for interview. He need not give examination. For him, there is a choice. He can go for merit come interview channel also or interview, but only one. He has to decide now whether he want to go to interview channel or merit channel. Okay. Then similarly in highly qualified category also, if you want to go for highly qualified category, you are not eligible for all other channels. Okay. Then test paper will be prepared by IBPS. Exam will be online. I hope the new people should know, all our seniors knowing very well about this. Now we will come to the examination, how they are going to analyze your exam paper or all other things we will consider here. Okay. The first one is, there are 2 channels I told you. There is a merit tier and merit come seniority tier. Okay. Please remember, the merit come seniority tier, merit tier, everybody is eligible. But only thing is, the qualification for any channel, you are appearing for merit tier or merit come seniority tier, minimum 10th pass. Because there are some sub-staff promotee clerks will be there. So that is the reason bank decided, if they are 10th pass or even JIB if they pass also, they are eligible to take up for scale 1 promotion exam. Then eligible service, how much service you have to complete? As you know very well, 5 years is the minimum service any person has to go for examination under merit come seniority tier. Merit come seniority tier. Okay. If you want to go for merit tier, very young people now, merit means merit also minimum 5 years only, but only difference is if you complete JIB, you are eligible after 4 years. If you have completed CIB, it is 3 years. After 3 years, you will become eligible. Okay. This is the minimum qualification for service is concerned. And SC, ST people, 2 years relaxation is there. If SC/ST means only after 3 years of your joining as a clerk, as on 31st March 2023, if you are completing 3 years, you are eligible under merit channel and merit cum seniority also. Okay. Now coming to the channels. What is merit channel and merit cum seniority tier? You see the bottom first. Merit cum seniority tier. There are 15 marks for service. See, the people who have completed minimum 15 years service, they will have edge here. They will got 15 marks. Even if I am, all are eligible for both these channels. Only thing is, if I complete only 4 years of service, I will get 4 marks here. So I cannot compete with these people. That is the one disadvantage juniors are having. So try to understand this concept. Okay. Now, coming to merit type, I told you merit type normal 5 years, JIB 4 and CIB is 3 years and SCST minimum 3 years, they are eligible. Now let us see how the examination happens and how the weightage is given during the last, when you are got selected, how they will select you. First one is online examination. In the online examination, 200 questions you are going to be given. Not all other cadres 100 questions only, but clerical 2 officer, they will pose 200 questions. Out of the 200 questions, it will carry 0.5 marks. So it will be 100 marks. Out of 100 marks, 50% weightage is given for examination purpose. That means in a merit tier, the major 50% is with only written examination. Here you can cover as much as you can. So that is the reason your examination should go well to get to keep yourself in the final list. Next one is qualification. In the merit tier, for qualification you have marks. This is already in your hand, especially who have completed recently CIV. All others are already, they know what is their qualification. Definitely everybody might have done graduation, 2 marks they will get. If you are a postgraduate, then you will get 3 years. And please remember, when I'm talking about these qualifications, if you are a postgraduate, for example, please verify your HRMS. So whether your post-graduation is updated or not, that is very important. You might have completed MCOM or MA or something, but in your HRMS, it is not updated. You will think that you will get 3 marks. You will not get, because it is your own mistake. You have not verified whether this PG is updated in your HRMS or not. If not updated, please send your mark list provisional to HRM section and ensure that it is updated in your HRMS profile. You can very well check from your HRMS what is your qualification. Cross check it, verify it. If it is okay, if it is PG is there, you ignore. Otherwise, you have to give. Same thing like JIB, CIB also. Okay. So like this, graduation 2 marks, PG 3 marks, JIB 2 marks, CIB 3 marks. I think last year also bank has taken from clerical 2 officer who got completed CIB in December, January. They have taken the mark list and they have added these qualifications to them. Okay. So these 10 marks already in your pocket only. Nobody can take away this score. This you have to score by getting good mark. Then service record. In your service record, nothing is there. No letters, no check returns. Any checks you have given, and if it is returned, there is -1 for every check return. For any problem, you get a caution letter and all, then there is a -2 marks. Any charge sheet is there, -3, -5. Then they will reduce the marks. If your record is very clean, nothing is happened, no check returns, nothing was happened, then straight away you will get 10 marks. So these marks also, if you know that there are no issues, you are straight away getting 10 marks. Then confidential report. This plays a very vital role in the exam, in the last final list. See, your manager will give you every half year one rating, how you are working in the bank. Okay. In your branch, how you are supporting your branch manager. That makes very important even for your interview also, for your final cutoff also. Okay. If your manager says you are a very good worker, they will give you superior, you will get 2 marks, and 3 years they will see, and 2 into 3, it is 6 marks. I think it is yearly confidential report they will give, not half yearly. Okay. So yearly, if you get 2 marks, 2 into 3, 6 marks. If you got a very good, then 1.5 into 3, 4.5. Like that. If you got only average, then you will get less marks here. Okay. Not only confidential report gives you marks, it will give an impact in the interview also. When an interviewer is taking interview, if they see here there is a less score, definitely they may ask you what is happening. Okay. So you should always support your branch manager, and you must be a good worker, sincere worker. Then automatically here also it will be taken care, and your interview also it will be taken care. Okay. Then coming to interview. In the interview, they will see your personality, communication skills, initiative. Okay. And how you are initiative, how you are helping your manager, attitude, all these things will be taken care, and they will give 24 marks. All this will carry 100 marks. Okay. Out of this, they will give total, everybody, they will do the same total, and Whoever got the top scorers or top cutoffs, those people will be selected for as per the vacancies declared by the bank. Okay, that is about merit tier. Now coming to merit cum seniority tier, this is mostly for senior people who have done more service like 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Everybody the bank will consider, but only thing is the more advantage people is senior people because they will get straight away. For example, I have not taken any promotion till now. I am a clerk. So straight away I will get 15 marks of for my service. I have completed 27 years. So I will have an edge on it. Okay. Only thing I have to cover here good score. Okay. Then online test for merit cum seniority tier, the examination marks weightage is very less. Same 200 questions they will also write. Only thing is here 50% weightage has been given out of 100. Total 100, 50%. Here only 35% weightage. Okay. Qualification and all I will not discuss again because I already discussed here. Same 10 mark. Even in merit cum seniority also, if JIB, CAB, PG degree is there, you will get full 10. Service record also full 10 you will get. There are no issues means. Confidential report, you are a good worker, sincere worker, then your manager might have given superior, you will get 6 marks here. Interview also same. You see, there are no difference from here to here. Only difference is examination part, they have given lesser weightage, and for service, they have given 15 marks weightage. 35 plus 50, 50. Here no weightage for 15, so straight away 50 marks per year. Okay. And first bank will consider merit type, whoever gets. After that, whatever vacancies left out, and 50-50. 50% weightage to merit tier out of the vacancies and 50% vacancies for merit cum seniority tier. First bank will give weightage to merit people. Once merit people they will see who are eligible. Once they get the out 2000 jobs, 1000 merit they will fill. Once merit is filled, then remaining only merit cum seniority people who are eligible, they will fight, and out remaining 1000 they will take the place. Okay, this is how it goes. Then comes to interview channel. Interview channel, I already told you, the bank will declare vacancies and minimum service 18 years they have to complete in clerical to get under interview channel. But if you opt for interview, you cannot give exam. Only interview will be there. And this is reason wise selection will be there. Every reason they have some ranking. They will declare during that memo. Once the joint conference with clerical union is over, they will give the reason wise how many posts they have declared. For that post only, these interview people will fight. Okay, less posts will be there. Last year, memo 25 or 2022, anybody is giving interview, they can refer 326 vacancies last year. Out of that reason why they have declared, whatever it may be. Okay. then interview channel, how they will see. See, for service, they will give 42 marks. You see how much score? 42 for only service. Then qualification 10 marks. Examination, no exam. Na? So examination 50 marks. Now they have segregated like this. For service 42, qualification again 10 same. Service record 10, qualification report 6, interview 35. Okay, this is how they will be picked up. Okay, and this, please remember, this is a reason wise they will distribute the posts for interview channel. Then highly qualified people, I think more people will fight for this channel. So you are already highly qualified. So bank says 2 years actual service on the eligibility date. You see 2 years actual service on 1/4/2023. You might have completed. That means you might have joined before not less than 21-22. April 2021, before you might have joined, then only you might have completed 2 years. Okay. Then what the qualifications bank is very clear. ACA, ICWA, CFA, ACS, Mechan B. More people, you engineers are there as on date in clerical. So all you people are eligible. BTech, MTech, LLB. LLB is a graduation, but still law graduates all directly they are called as a highly qualified. They are not a postgraduates, but still they are LLB law graduation. They will take as a highly qualified. MBA, MMS, MHRM, MFA, PGDM. Okay, MCA, MSME, sorry, MSc Computer Science, MSME, MSc IT, BDS, B Pharma. And please remember, this is a very important line here. You might have done full-time 2 years course. So I feel it seems correspondence course, they are not taking under consideration for highly qualified. Okay, you might have completed your full-time 2 years or from a recognized university, then only you are eligible. These qualifications you have acquired through full-time 2 years course, then only you are a highly qualified person. Okay. Once you opt this channel, please remember, it's very important for you, highly qualified people. If you opted highly qualified, then you are not eligible under merit cum seniority and merit tier. Okay. Now you see how the highly qualified they will see. Because most of the people are fighting for this, you must be very clear. For your examination, minimum pass mark is 50. You have to score 50. All others, it is less mark. Only 40. Merit, for example, merit channel, it is only 40 marks. SC/ST only 35 marks. But you see, for a merit, highly qualified persons, minimum 50 marks you have to score in the examination to clear the exam. Okay. And SC/ST, 5 marks relaxation is there. Even 45 marks SC/ST scores, they will be considered as a pass. Then vacancies. Coming to vacancies, only 80%, 18% of vacancies only will be kept for these people highly qualified. Last year, you can see total vacancies are 2000. Last year vacancies 2000. 18%. I told you 360 vacancies only are year market for you people. So it are less. Okay. So this is the weightage part for you. Written test, you see 55 marks. So more weightage. Even if a merit fellow is 50 marks, for a highly qualified person, the score bank has given a weight of 55%. That means your examination score will play a vital role at the time of final selection. Okay, more weightage. Then interview 24. That is also in your hand only, how you are going to handle the interview and all. That will give you 24. 79, 80 marks. 80 marks idhar hi ho gaya, 79. Then JIB, CIB, if you have, again, advantage, full 5 marks you will get. And confidential report, that is work and all, everybody it is same. So 6 marks, and service record 10 marks. So out of this, whoever gets a good score out of 100, they will be picked up in the highly qualified category. Even if bank announces 2000, all India posts will be 360. Just an example I am telling. I am not telling the 2000 vacancies bank has declared, a bank is going to declare. Last year vacancies I quoted to give you an idea. Generally, we will take 2000 for this year also. For example, 360 will be your vacancies. Okay. And you will fight for 360 only. Okay. And here I would like to tell one more additional point. If you are eligible for highly qualified and also you have completed, for example, 3 years, or you may be a SC/ST person, within 3 years, you are eligible for merit tier, right? You are highly qualified also. You are SC/ST also. You are there. Or you are a highly qualified person. You have completed 3 years service with JIB, CIB. You can opt for merit channel. You have a choice. You want to go for highly qualified or merit channel. So it is your personal decision how to take. But if you ask me personally, not officially, personally, I always say to take a merit tier only, or normal merit come normal chair, because their vacancies are high. Your chances will be more. That is the reason I am telling. Okay. So this is one thing you have to keep in your mind. Okay. Now the date also, willingness date also is extended. You can talk to your HRM people, and accordingly you can make request them. Okay, to change or anything. Okay. Now, let us discuss something on the examination part, knowledge part we will go. So this is one question I have posed for you. See, this is one latest circular with regard to your MCLR, RLLR. So just for next 5 minutes, I am going to tell you how the examiner is asking questions, how you when you are reading circulars, as I told you, if you read circulars in depth, you need not depend on anybody. So how to read? Then simply reading circular will not give you marks. You cannot remember each and everything in the examination hall. Okay, once you go to the examination hall, entire knowledge, everything will be a mess on that day. So even if you know also, you will forget sometimes answer. So you read carefully. This question I am going to ask you a question on this particular slide. Let us understand how you could able to answer that question. See, there is a MCLR concept in our bank. MCLR rate of interest will be overnight MCLR, 1 month MCLR, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year MCLR. Generally in banking, we mostly concentrate on 1 year MCLR, because we are much useful with 1 year MCLR, because all our loans and all, mostly we are linking with 1 year MCLR. So everybody knows MCLR, 1 year. Okay, then RLLR. Please remember, agriculture loans will be connected to MCLR. All retail lending MSME loans will be connected to RLR. These two rate of interest we use in our bank as on today. Okay. Now RLR 8.8. Now revise it to again same, stands on 7th November 2022. Okay. 7th December again there are some changes. Okay. Now this is the rate of interest what they have quoted, MCLR. Okay. Now let us see the question. Even after reading this particular circular in depth, this type of question will come. As per RBI guidelines, bank cannot publish the internal benchmark for the following maturity with regard to MCLR. So an examiner wants to ask you, which we have read all type of MCLRs, all these things. Now question will come like this. So you have to remember entire MCLR slide. What is the rates they have quoted there? I read also overnight MCLR, all those things. Now they are asking which is not odd man out. Please remember, they are always more interested IBPS. Odd man out, cannot, not, other than. They will use more in the examination. Okay. So what will be the answer for this? Okay. Now you see, now again, I'll show the same circular. You read in such a way that you can see, after knowing the question, you will read in a different way. Without knowing the question, you will read in a different way. So please try to understand this point. Now again, you see this point. From here only this question has come. Overnight, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months MCLR, 1 year MCLR. Now, what is the odd man out? You see. Now you have clear na. Now you see. Now you see the odd man is 1 day MCLR. In that particular circular, 1 day MCLR is not there. Overnight is there, 1 month is there, 3 months is there, 6 months is there. Even 1 year MCLR is also there. But 1 day MCLR where it is nothing is nothing. See. So try to understand how typically IBPS asks questions. Okay. Now let us see. This is small saving schemes, rate of interest. Recently, the government of India has changed through DFS. They will inform these rates to us. This is the circular they will give. And from this circular, they will ask 2-3 questions, different questions. Just go through the circular. Okay. I hope you have gone through the circular. Let us see. And out of the following, which is not a small saving scheme, they will ask. If anybody might have answered earlier, they know it. Okay. Which of the following is not a, there are 4 options. Wherever 4 options are there, we have to read very carefully. 5th one, he will keep odd man out. Senior citizen, PPF, NSC, KVP. See, in the branch, whoever has done these particular schemes, they know pretty well. But generally, if we have not handled these particular schemes thoroughly, then we will have a confusion. Which scheme is the small saving, which is not a small saving. Okay. What is the interest compound frequency for senior citizen savings scheme? See, when you are reading anything, even whatever material we give or whatever guidance we give, always, whenever you are reading, you should be, whatever you read also for examination purpose, you should be thorough. You should be thorough. Otherwise, just like that, if you read, you cannot write in the examination. IBPS always have that intelligence to give questions so that we cannot answer those. We were unable to answer those questions. Okay. Now let us see the circular again. Now you see, there are only 4 schemes here. Senior citizen savings. What we will see generally, this one rate of interest or quarter like this, we will read go. Then we will go to next circular. No, it will not serve any purpose. When you read circulars, you have to read very carefully. Number 1, all these 4 schemes you have to remember first. Senior citizen savings scheme, public provident fund, Kisan Vikas Patra, and Sukanya Samriddhi. All these 4 are government small savings schemes or social schemes. Okay. So these 4 are that much important. Then come to rate of interest. You see, all these 4 schemes, compounding frequency is different. In PPF, KVP, Sukanya Samriddhi, annually interest will be paid. You see, annual interest they will pay. When it comes to senior citizen scheme, quarterly they will pay. See the difference. Quarterly they will pay here. Here they will pay annually. Because senior citizen scheme, if you are opened any account of your customer, every quarter it will pay interest. Sometimes party will come to you. So you have to remember that logic. Then this is quarterly. Remaining all are annually only, interest will be created. Okay. Now you see, now the same question. Now, if you read like that, now you will be confident in answering this question. Senior citizen, just now I discussed quarterly interest, PPF, KVP, Sukanya Samriddhi. This is National Savings Certificate. This is the odd man out. Because National Savings Certificate will be issued by post office, not banks. Kisan Vikas Patra also post office, but this is falling under your small savings scheme. But this is not falling under small savings scheme. Okay. Then rate of interest. What is the interest compounding frequency for PPF account? See, when you are reading those lines, when I show that particular rate of interest slide, everything is annually except a senior citizen. Like that, you have to remember. Then only you can answer perfectly in the examination. So now you see, he's asking PPF. I will not remember. I'll say annually. Annually. If PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi, anything. Okay, all are coming under annual only. If senior citizen comes only, the answer will come as quarterly. Otherwise, all others are annually. Like that, if you read, understand, keep it in your memory, you can answer 100% pakka. Otherwise, you will confuse in the examination. Now there is this examination always they will. I think 2-3 times I have seen in the examination this particular question. I think today also Jagannath sir has discussed about this CRR and SLR. One comes under Banking Regulation Act and another comes under RBI Act. Okay. How to remember this important when examiner wants to confuse you. See these questions in, I think when I am given for scale 2 to 3, this question has come. Both the questions have come. If I don't know, I cannot answer both questions. Okay. And I'm giving a small clue. These sections are 24 and 42 only. These are reverse numbers. Okay. And the sections are RBI and Banking Regulation Act. Even I give this clue, people cannot answer if they doesn't keep their memory in such a way so that they can answer in the examination hall. Otherwise, even if I tell, if you read like that SLR, for example, so and so section, so and so act, how you will remember in the exam? Just think for 1 minute. You cannot remember. It is highly impossible for any individual to recollect that particular answer. If you might have done through previous examinations and all, you may know very well. Otherwise, you will get confused. So we will keep a small trick so that we will understand if this question comes, we could able to answer. And we need not remember also. We need not by heart also. Those type of things also you have to do. Whatever way you can remember in the while taking my sessions, whatever extent possible, I will try to give you some clues also so that you can remember in for the examination purpose. Okay. Now let us see this question. How to remember, how I remember. One is CRR, another SLR, right? I told you sections are 24 and 42 only. No confusion, 24 and 42. Okay, how I remember? CRR, double R. Sections I told you RBI and Banking Regulation Act only. So double R means I will give it for RBI. Single R means other section. It is a Banking Regulation Act. The numbers are 42 and 24. There is a double R means I always give big number. So 42. Small number will automatically go to SLR. If you remember like this, you need not by heart the things. Okay, now you see the same question. CRR. Section will be 24 or 42. I told you already. Now it's a big number, double R, 42. So 1 and 2 answer is there. Now one question I came, 1 and 2 answer is there. Now they want act. I told you double R means big R, RBI. So answer is 1. Section 42 of RBI. Over. Now you see next. SLR. I told you already. Double R means RBI. Then SLR will come to Banking Regulation Act. There are 3 answers are there, Banking Regulation Act. Now I have to take out the number. Number also I told you 42 and reverse is 24. 42 for RBI or 42 when you have used for CRR, automatical SLR you will use 24. So 24 of Banking Regulation Act, section 3 is the answer. This is how you have to keep some tricks to make your answer pakka 100%. Now you see this type of questions also we can see in examination. This is a priority sector guidelines which I am going to discuss on my next session. Next week, we are going to discuss on this particular topic of priority sector guidelines. Before that, let us understand what is this housing loan. When you are giving in the retail lending housing loans, the priority sector guideline says loan to individuals up to 35 lakhs in metropolitan centers with population of 10 lakhs and above. If you read like this, any circular, you don't have time first. So you cannot remember these things. What I always do is I will put in a piece of paper in such a way that I can understand this concept well. So what in this entire lines they are telling simple lines is metropolitan means 10 lakhs and above population. Okay, here they are metropolitan with population. So metropolitan means population 10 lakhs and above. And what they are telling, if metropolitan means housing loan priority means project cost should not exceed 45 lakhs and loan amount should not exceed 25 lakhs. So I remember 45 lakhs project cost and 35 lakhs loan. And second, they will say other centers other than metropolitan. That means wherever less than 10 lakhs population is there. 30 lakhs is the project cost and 25 lakhs is the loan amount. Okay. Now this entire table I have kept in small lines, 2-3 lines. I understand the definition of metro. Metro means about 10 lakhs. One point is over. Now what is a metro? Metro means a big area like Hyderabad, Delhi and all. Okay. So those places housing loan cost will be more. You cannot purchase a house in Hyderabad less than 45 lakhs. It is costly place, Delhi and all. So the RBI told if you give a loan to a housing loan, if the project cost of the housing loan does not be, if it is not more than 45 lakhs and whatever loan bank is giving is more than 35 lakhs, then only it qualified as priority. So I will remember like this 45, 35. And other centers is 30 lakhs, like rural areas. 30 lakhs is the total cost of the house, project cost, and loan is 25 lakhs. So 30, 25. See, now entire this scenario, I will remember like this. 10 lakhs population, I will remember. I need not forget. Only thing is metro. Metro means more amount. 45, 35. 45 lakhs project cost, 35 lakhs loan. All other places, it is 30 and 25. Project cost 30 and 25. Now, I have to, when the examiner asks any question on housing loan, I will remember these figures in my mind and I will read the question what he is asking. Now, let us see this question. Loans to individuals up to dash lakhs in other than metropolitan centers for purchase construction of a house per family provided. Overall cost of the unit does not. He is asking a question on housing loan priority only. Same thing what we read. I have already told you 35, 45, 35 is metro and 30, 25 is for other than metro. Now the definition is very clear in our mind. Even still, even after having such a clarity on the housing loan, still in the examination, we may do mistakes because in the examiner, he is asking a question differently. See, this question, if I put, see, he has put other than here. See, question they are asking is loan to individuals. Loan, I know how much it is. Now, he is asking other than metropolitan. That means I have to give the answer other than metro. Metro, the question is not for metro. Metro is 45, 35. He is asking other than. This word has changed entire meaning. People will see only metropolitan. Metropolitan means they will put 45, 35 answer. No, it's wrong. Even after examination, somebody comes out, somebody will say, sir, you have given a wrong answer. It is examiner has not asked metropolitan. But you will argue, no, you asked for 40 metro only. I have given 45, 35. That is right. No. So you must be very well about. You have to read the exam question very carefully. When it's a 2, 3, 4 lines, you should be careful. Okay. See, other than means metro. Then what is the question answer is 30 and 25. 30 lakhs project cost 25 lakhs. Now again, even though I am knowing 30 and 25 lakhs, one more disadvantage what I am having is choice. That is loan to individuals. You have to see. 1 minute. Okay. I think there is a small mistake here. That's why I want to edit it. Okay, let it be. Loan to India. How much loan? See, project cost is 30 lakhs. First he is asking loan. That means here the answer will come as 25 lakhs first. Loan is 25 lakhs other than metro and purchase overall cost is 30 lakhs. So answer is 25 lakhs and 30 lakhs. Actually, E also same. C and E both are correct answers. Answer is 25 lakhs loan amount, 30 lakhs is the project cost. This is what the answer for this particular question. Okay. Now, under social infrastructure is asking under priority. Question. Social infrastructure bank wants to a limit of dash setting up of schools, colleges. See, in priority sector lending, RBI says if anybody wants to set up a school or a drinking water facilities or a sanitation facilities in the rural areas, then under social infrastructure, if you give a certain amount of loan, that will be classified as priority. I'll tell you the answer. Answer is 5 crore. Okay. Answer is 5 crore. I remember that answer. But the examiner is not giving a 5 crore answer. Sometimes he will give in millions, billions, and trillions. Now, a person doesn't know how to convert Indian rupee to international currency. He cannot answer this question. Even though he knows 5 crore, answer is not there. I told you 5 crore is the answer. But in RBI also told 5 crore only. But in the examiner, he want to check you whether you know the answer 5 crore and whether you know the conversion of rupee to international currency. Now, knowing an answer, if you don't know the conversion, you will be losing a mark. So you should know how to convert this amount crores to millions. For this, you have to remember this particular logic 6912. So 6912, what is 6912? 6 zeros is a million, 9 zeros is a billion, and 12 zeros is a trillion. Million, billion, trillion. This concept you know pretty well because since childhood we are hearing these words million, billion, trillion. Just remember 6912. 6 zeros is million. That means 10 lakhs. Okay. Billion means 9 zeros. That means 7 zeros is 1 crore. 100 crore is a billion. Okay. Trillion means 12 zeros. Like that, if you have to remember. Now let us see the same question again. Now I can convert by knowing that formula or a logic. We can answer now. We asked 5 crore. Okay. Now 5 crore means we don't know what is this. Now if answer is 5 crore, now I will convert. I know the principle of 6, 9, 12, million, billion, trillion. Now I'll put in I will write 5 crores. 5 crore means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 5 crores. Now, how many lakhs? Million means 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros, if I remove, then it is a 5 crores means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, the answer is 5 million, not 50 million, because 5 crore means 7 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 50 million 50 million is the answer. Okay. Now, one more question. Last year examination, they have asked 2 answers in a single question. In the RTGS policy, it is there. A RTGS beyond dash crore shall be released by releaser. RTGS above dash crore shall be authorized by 2 persons and released by releaser. See, generally we do RTGS in our branches. Okay, but generally we do 1 lakh, 1 crore, 1 lakh, 10, sorry, not 2 lakhs, minimum is 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 50 lakhs, like that we do RTGS. But only thing is, we never frequently do RTGS above 1 crore or above 10 crore, right? Very big branches like PCBs, MCBs, they will do. Smaller branches like small branch, medium branch, they generally don't get RTGS like that, 1 crore and above. Very rarely they get. So the guidelines in the policy says like this. Okay, this question in the policy, it is written 209/22. What they say is, generally a clerk will initiate, a officer will authorize. Releaser concept will not be there. But whenever you do a RTGS of 1 crore and above, even a clerk initiates and officer authorizes, that RTGS will not go out of your branch. It will be kept pending for releaser. Releaser will be mostly your branch manager. Your manager should have a role of releaser in RTGS. Then only he can release that money. Then only that RTGS will go out of your branch. Okay, that is the concept. Here the answer is 1 crore. Releaser concept is 1 crore. But they have asked one more thing. RTGS above dash crore shall be authorized by 2 persons and released by releaser. That means after what amount 2 officers will authorize, 2 officers will authorize, then manager will release. Then that means 3 supervisors will do, 3 officers will do. That is what amount they are asking. That is, again, it is practically we never do these things in a branch. Very rarely we will come across such situations. So practical knowledge will not be there. So theory only makes a role here. If you read policy, then only you will know the answer. So here the answer is, releaser will come at 1 crore, I told you, but 2 authorized persons will release releaser at 100 crore. That is the answer. So 1 crore and 100 crore is the answer. Answer is 1. So when I gave exam, this question, I know 1 crore answer. I have kept here, but second question, I don't know. Second blank, fill in the blank. I don't know the answer, because practically also I have never done any 2 authorizations, 1 releaser. Practically I have not seen in the branch. So it is 100 crores. Okay. So answer is this one. Okay. This is how examiner asks you questions. I hope I have given a clear picture about how the examiner is asking questions, how you have to read the circular. Even sometimes you have to read circulars, policies for your own interest. So you have to read like this for examination purpose. Okay. For a working and all, okay, you can manage, because you can refer the circular through candidate and you can do. For examination, you cannot go through. Okay. So this is what I would like to tell about 0 to 1. Okay. So now let me go for the subject part. Now I'll discuss KYC first. Any questions are there up to here? Yeah. 50 million. Okay. Any questions are there? You can ask me, any doubt. Otherwise, I'll go next. Voice is clear, but some loud required. Okay. Okay. So there are no questions. I'll go to the subject part. Negative marking is not there, Ramakrishna. You can put all questions. It is not IBPS examination where 0.25 cutoff is 0.25 negative marking. In our bank exams, no negative marking is there. Okay. You can attempt all 100 questions in the examination hall. No problem. Maximum amount of RTJ is unlimited, sir. Please don't ask much doubts here, because our session will get delayed. Merit come now already I have given, sir. I'll share this slide. You will come to know. Yes, sir. BTech can also apply under test come interview. No problem. Only thing is you might have completed 3 years with JIB, CIB, or 5 years minimum. For 1 to 2, how many questions, sir? 100 questions. Only for clerical of 200 questions. I told you difference between merit and merit come senior retired. Merit channel, everybody after 5 years, JIB, CIB, JIB means 4 years, CIB means 3 years, I told you. And in the merit come senior, I told you 15 marks for your service. Seniors will get more weightage here. Everybody will be considered both the channels. First you will be seen merit, then again you will be seen under merit come seniority also. Your service is less means generally your chances will be less. Otherwise you can get selected on merit come interview seniority channel also. Okay. Minimum amount of NEFT, 1 rupee, sir. That is that we will deal in NEFT policy. Okay. Don't ask subject questions here now. Only you ask for just I have given some examples to make you understand how important questions will come from circulars. That's all. How you have to read circular. Okay. NEFT already told you 1 rupee is minimum, maximum unlimited. RTGS minimum 2 lakhs, maximum unlimited. Reference scale 1 to 2 will get benefits of JIB. Yes. Scale 1 to 2, no. JIB, CIB, no benefit. That is already I told you, sir. It is available in Nurture. You can go through it. Sir, you have to read all important circulars, but I cannot tell what is important. But I am covering all circulars in my subject. When I am talking on KYC, only one circular today I will read. Out of 600, 700 circulars. Now, next session, which I am taking KYC policy, single circular. But minimum, if you might have not gone through, if you are with me for the next 1 hour, you will come to know about that circular. So we can expect 2-3 questions from that circular. Okay. Sir, policies are very important. Some Parvati Sharma, policies are very important. Okay. Sir, classes already that link has been shared by our CBOA people. In that links are there. Jagannath sir, my sessions, you can do it. Okay. Circular gist is whether you can read and understand means okay, sir. Circular gist is only a reference. A person who is having experience can read circular gist like me. A person like you are, if you are an unexperienced person like 4 years, 5 years, it is impossible to next to understand what is the gist first. Reading and remember 600 circles is that easy, sir. Once you read, you will understand. That is the reason whatever circulars I am reading, I am preparing a short notes to make you understand. Okay. I think 30 marks for English. Okay. 3 to 4 marks. Merit chain is 40%, SC/ST 35, and sometimes bank will reduce the cutoff. Merit both, sir. SC/ST candidate, no JIB, CIB. After 3 years, you're eligible for both. If you give merit channel, both channels they will see, sir. I told you already. Okay. Sir, you may JIB not must, sir. It is not must for crack 0 to 1. If you have the qualification part I have shown, you will get 5 marks. So you will have a more chance in promotion. Whether particular sanctioning power will they ask? No, I don't understand this question. Okay. Number of vacancies 2 to 3, everything after joint conference only bank will decide. Okay. With the respect to unions and associations. It will be take timing. It will come in the month of March. Okay. FAQs, sir, anything they can ask. Okay. Okay, so shall we go to the session? Because already it is 3 o'clock. Let me complete one session. Particular sanctioning scale wise. That is a delegation of power circular you have to read. But if time permits, I'll cover that. Okay. Sir, class is only for 0 to everybody, sir. But now the session is for everybody. Till now, I have covered for 0 to 1. I told you first 1 hour, I will tell them because they are yesterday only their willingness date is extended. So just I want to give them a clarity. Okay. 3 to 4 tough paper. No, sir. Sometimes 3 to 4 paper is easy than 1 to 2 paper. Last time 3 to 4 paper was very easy. Compare it to 1 to 2. 1 to 2 more questions from credit policy. 3 to 4. Sir, if you see my recalled questions last year, the material which we have prepared and given, all the questions came to each and every scale only. See, subject is common for everybody, sir. For clerk, there is no other subject. For officer, there is no subject. Everything is our circulars only they are asking. So how can I tell for but last time I expect for a 3 to 4 they should ask more credit policy questions, but 0 to 1 to 2 clerical they have asked more questions, so we cannot predict. All 3 to 4 you have to read all important credit policy, recovery policy, all recovery important circulars whatever came by the bank. Okay. And CRM policy, delegation of powers, recovery policy, credit monitoring policy, all other policies maybe Jagannath sir is going to handle here. Okay, those are very important. Up to which date circular? Which date circular already I told you, sir. It is from, I feel that last year October to this year October is important. October to October. Out of 200 English is 30 marks, I think, sir. Exactly, I can't remember. It is 30, I think. I think 30 marks or 30 questions like that it will come. Okay. Okay. Circular already I told you. So thank you, friends. I think we will stop questions here. Okay. It is 3 o'clock. We will go to the session. And this session, whatever I'm taking is KYC policy of the bank. No, presently it is not available, entire PDF. Okay. For somebody is asking about policies question. Okay. Okay. Let us go to the next session. That is KYC policy of our bank. Sir, materials and all CVOA will keep in YouTube. Whatever now we are taking this session, you can watch. Okay. After the session is over, they will record in the evening. You should give some time to others also, because Anand sir has to work on it. They have to edit some part and have to upload. It's a big video, so it will take some time also. 3 hours video. Okay. Just now I told you recorded video and all. Anand sir has to. A lot of pain is there, so you have to wait minimum tomorrow. Okay. Once it is over, I will also share in my group that it is shared in YouTube. Okay. Okay, let us go to my second session. It is 3 o'clock now. I'll go to KYC subject. Okay. Let us go to the first, my presentation with regard to KYC, anti-money laundering and combating of financial terrorism. Okay. This I have updated till 31st October. And the latest circular is on 250. See, this is one circular I am quoting. Only one circular. KYC is only one circular. It is around 40, or I don't know how many pages I have read. After reading the entire circular, I have crisped it and I made a small presentation, and I will try to make you understand what is this policy and what type of things you must know. See, whatever we are going for the next 1 hour in KYC, this will give you a knowledge on KYC, and whatever questions will come, you can attack that question 100% perfectly. And third is, most advantage is when you become that you're elevating to officer or a manager, you will come to know what your bank is expecting you to do as an officer manager. So all these things are advantage for you. That is the reason I told you, you should not approach any exam with objective mode. You should always go in a subjective mode. Subject will be always useful for you for working as a next cadre. Okay, efficiently. Okay, let us go to the topic of today, KYC policy first. Now, KYC policy guidelines are given under which act? This is section 35A of Banking Regulation Act. This is a very important section, 35A of Banking Regulation Act, which gives Reserve Bank of India, confers rights. Not only KYC, it has given clean note policy, section 35A only. They got powers. Reserve Bank of India has issued guidelines. Clean note policy they have issued. Banking Ombudsman 35A. This 35A is related to 3-4 answers. Okay, here you remember KYC policy we are dealing here. So the first KYC where it is written means section 35 of Banking Regulation Act. Then sometimes they will ask you what is the full form of CERSAI. And please remember, sometimes they're intelligently asking, they are not asking full form of CERSAI. They are asking what is in CERSAI, what is meant by S, what is meant by A. Like that also they are asking. PMJJBY, what is meant by second J. See, examiner is thinking differently. But ultimately, they are checking whether you know the exact name or full form of that particular acronym of that particular word. Okay. So now CERSAI. CERSAI, if you see the full form, if you remember by heart, it's okay. If you are unable to by heart, if you want to remember this with you just like that, always you have to write CERSAI in CERSARC format. Maybe it's a CERSAI. If you read CERSAI and if you want to come out, if you want to remove the full form, you cannot remove. I have tried many times. So I made a small technique here. CERSARC I put. If you put CERSARC, now you will understand, you see. CER means Central Registry. SAR means Securitization Asset Reconstruction. SWM is Security Interest of India. This is the full form. If I close this particular CERSARC, you cannot come out with the full form of CERSAI. So put enlarge this CERSAI. We don't, for examination, for academically CERSAI means what? No, but you want full form of CERSAI. So write it differently in the exam, CERSARC. Then you see, CER means Central Registry, Securitization, Asset Reconstruction, Security Interest of India. If you write this like this, and if you try 2-3 times in the examination, never you need not remember this thing. In any exam, you can straight away answer this question, whatever they ask a full form or whatever it may be. Okay, that is about CERSAI full form in KYC. All are falling under KYC. Now I'm talking my subject with relate to only KYC policy of the bank. Okay. Now, what is the objective of this KYC? Sometimes they ask a theory questions also. That is the reason little bit theory I am adding to make you understand the concept also. Okay. Because without concept, if you understand the concept, only numbers you have to remember. If you don't know the concept, you will be confused in the examination hall. Please mind that point very importantly. Okay. Objective. Why we are doing this, all these KYC, AML, CFT? To prevent the bank from being used Your bank should not be used intentionally or unintentionally by criminal elements for money laundering or terroristic financing activities. Why we do all these things, your customer, anti-money laundering, combating of financial terrorism, all these things, why we are doing? Because we want to protect our bank. Somebody should not use our bank by opening a wrong accounts, terrorist account, all these things. That is the reason we are following this concept of KYC, AML, and CFT. Okay. Then KYC policy annual review. See, any policy in our bank, take it any policy, most of the policies will be reviewed annually only. So if you had examiner will never ask such a silly question when the KYC policy will be reviewed. Just I have given a information to you. Any policy reviewed annually. Okay. Then who is the authority to change these policies? For KYC, Operational Risk Management Committee of the bank is authorized to make changes and place it to board. Because every year the policy has to revise. The board, they will place before board and board will approve the policy. Then we will get a circle. Okay. Who is responsible? Operational Risk Management Committee. Then there are two officers in the bank who is called as, one is designated officer, director, and another is principal officer. Before knowing this designated director and principal officer, please try to understand Prevention of Money Laundering Act. There is an act called PMLA 2002 that is called Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So in any bank, money laundering government will not permit. See, many people can open accounts with us. Now there are two people are there here. One is designated, another is principal officer. They are having different roles. What designated director will do? What this man will do is ensure overall compliance, obligation imposed under Chapter 4 of PML Act rules, and includes managing director or a whole-time director duly authorized by board of directors. See, this man will only overall compliance, whether in your bank, whether all these guidelines are followed or not. Who is going to comply all these obligations? He is designated director. Who is principal officer? Principal officer will furnish information to that body. Principal officer is responsible for furnishing information. Designated director will do compliance part. Whether all these guidelines are followed in the bank, who will see? Designated director will see. Who will inform to PMLA whether you have followed or not? Is a principal officer. This is the basic difference between these two people, designated director and principal officer. Try to understand this concept. Then another duty is reasonable of timely submission. We will discuss what is CTR, STR. All these reports, it has to send it to that FIU wing, FIU end. These things also he will take care as a principal officer. Reports are going to that particular department and all, he has to ensure. So designated director will do compliance of rules and rules. Principal officer will furnish information. These are the two basic differences between these two people. Now, know your KYC identifier means. What is KYC means? A unique number or code assigned to customer by central KYC records registry. That is called KYC identifier. Then what is a digital KYC? Digital KYC, see, sometimes they will give the subject and they will ask, what is this? So you must know what is a digital KYC. Digital KYC is nothing but capturing live photo of the customer. Customer will come, you will take a live photo, and the OVD, OVD means officially valid document. We will discuss later what is a OVD and all. Okay. OVD and the proof of possession of Aadhaar, where offline verification cannot be carried out. See, he cannot come to branch. So he will through camera, through photo, he will be captured along with the possession of Aadhaar. Okay. And where he is standing, his latitude, location, everything will be captured by an authorized officer of the bank. That is called digital KYC. Okay, person will not be there before you, but he will be there with we will take a photo of him along with the Aadhaar card, and that will be used as a KYC. That is called digital KYC. Now there is one more concept called VCIP, video based customer identification process. The name itself says video based. That means here video will be taken. Okay, alternative method of customer, how to identify the customer. There is one more way by how to identify facial recognition and customer due diligence by an authorized officer. Officer of the bank will through video call identify somebody by undertaking. How he will verify? By seamless, secure, live, informed, consent-based audio visual interaction with the customer. There is a video call between you and me, and you are identifying me like that. Okay, that is called video-based customer identification. Okay, through video call. So then ascertain the veracity of the information furnished by the customer through independent verification and maintaining for audit trail purpose. And whatever you have done, that should be kept for audit purpose. Okay, this is called as VCIP, video based customer identification process. Okay, this is treated as on par with face to face. Actually, you are taking a video call, but it will be considered just like a face to face customer identification. Okay, this is called VCIP concept in the KYC. Now, just now I told you OVD, officially valid documents. See, Reserve Bank of India as a regulator given guidelines to all the banks. Whenever we open any account, any savings account or a current account, we have to take OVD, officially valid document of that particular individual or a beneficial owners. When we are taking officially valid documents, so they have identified some officially documents. Remember the logic of OVD. Whenever we are talking on OVD, the RBI said there should be a photograph of that particular customer and there should be address proof. When two are available, then only it is called as a OVD. So passport, yes, you have a photo of that particular customer, the whoever want to open account, and address also will be there. Driving license, you know pretty well. Aadhaar card, generally we take Aadhaar card, mostly 99%. Voter ID card, both will be there. And NREGA card, generally we never see much in the account opening, NREGA card and all. Okay, National Rural Employment Generation Program on program is there. For those workers, they will give this NREGA card. All these five are called as OVD. Other than this, one more is there. That is a very rarely we see, that is National Population Register. All these six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are officially valid documents. Only these documents we are supposed to take from the customer while opening account as per regulator, as per RBI. Please remember, only these 6 documents only you can take. These are called as OVD. Why it is called as OVD? Because in these documents, photo will be there and address will be there. And people will get confused by saying answers and odd man out. And the cards which you take, which is not a OVD, is number one is PAN card. See, PAN card cannot be a OVD. The basic concept of OVD is what? Photo and address. PAN card, you will find photo. Whether address will be there? No. So it is not a OVD as per RBI. Remember, PAN card we will take for account opening a different purpose, for income tax purpose, not for account identification purpose. Okay, because address will not be there on PAN card. And one more thing people will confuse is ration card. Ration card also, it will not be act as a OVD. Here ration card, people will say, sir, photo is also there, address is also there, and government, state government only issuing. Then why it is not a OVD as per RBI? See, in the ration card, address will be there, I agree, but photo of the entire family will be there. Entire family photo cannot be taken as a OVD. So when two children are there, how to identify who is Ravikumar, who is X? You cannot identify. That is the reason maybe Reserve Bank of India not accepted ration card as a OVD. Why I am telling these two are PAN card and ration card. Whenever examiner asks about a question which is not a OVD, definitely in the answer odd man out, they will put PAN card or ration card 100% pakka. You have to remove that answer very fast and you can go to the next question. If you understand the concept of OVD, you will not get confused. While opening the account also, this is the concept for you as per RBI. Now, OVD you have taken, but for example, OVD doesn't have an updated address. For example, if I am coming from Kolkata and now I transfer to Hyderabad, for example. Now, whether my Aadhaar card, whatever I told, voter card, passport, whether it'll have a Hyderabad address, no, you won't get. My address will be Kolkata or my native place address, right? So updated address will not be there, which I am staying in Hyderabad now. So in that case, RBI told anybody giving you OVD and which is not having updated address, latest address, available address, then they told you can take some options here. Number one is utility bills not more than 2 months. You can take utility bills, electricity bill, telephone bill, water bill, mobile, gas, any bill of the latest 2 months you can take. Number one. Or municipal tax receipt where I am staying, or a PPO pension payment order, or any accommodation letter given by the employee. See, I have been allotted quarters in Hyderabad. That also will be act as a temporary for me, that address I am going to stay. Okay, after coming to Hyderabad. Those things can be taken along with the OVD, which is not having updated. Whatever I have taken, that Aadhaar card, it is Calcutta address. Okay, along with that, locally where I am staying, out of these 4, 5, one document you have to take. For me, it is very easy to give a allotment letter because we are a bank employees. We will get an allotment letter from the premises section. That allotment letter I can give. But please remember, last time they asked this question. After account opening, within how many months the updated OVD party has to bring again? Again, that Aadhaar card, I have to go to Aadhaar office and I should tell them that my new address is Hyderabad this much, and in my Aadhaar card, my new address to be updated, and again I have to submit to the bank within 3 months. This question last time 2 to 3 questions. So you cannot think that a silly question will come or a simple question will come. Whether you know the banking concepts or not, only they will see. Whether you know pakka all these things and all, they will verify. This is available in KYC policy. He picked up the question. So I have to answer in the examination hall. And believe me, even I made a mistake of this. I made answer as 2 months. See, that's what I told you. Even after telling many times to people, even I could not able to remember this answer. Of course, I scored a good score of 80, but still I could not able to remember silly answer. After coming out, I also felt bad. Why I could not able to answer a simple question. See, very boldly I've kept this month, 3 months. This is a scale 2 to 3 question. So can you imagine? Last time scale simple question has come. How many photographs you have to take for a literate and how many photos you have to take for a illiterate? Simple question. But nobody has read, confused some people. Literate means you have to take two. If you are practicing in the bank, still you will get a doubt. What bank policy is saying? Deposit policy, what they have written. Deposit policy also same thing they have written. Only 2 photographs for a literate and 3 photographs for a illiterate. Because illiterate we have to take 3 photos. 1 photo for the passbook. So that is the answer for that. Simple question only. Whether do you feel it is not a clerical question? Why they have asked it to a scale 3? See, we cannot presume this examiner what type of question he will ask. That is the reason I am telling, either you are a clerk or a senior manager or a divisional manager, also simple questions they have asked. Some questions will be tough, some questions will be easy. Don't presume that based on your job profile, based on your cadre they are asking. How they are picking the questions, I don't know. So subject is common for everybody. In this slide, one question will come, but whom it will come, nobody knows. Okay, so they may ask utility bills also this time. How whenever an updated address somebody is not having, within how many months latest address we can take? 2 months only. But completed OVD, updated OVD, within how months they have to give? That is last time question, 3 months. So in this slide also very important questions are there. Okay. Then KYC 4 pillars. There are 4 pillars in KYC. Always to remember a word called aim. Aim. First in the KYC 4 pillars, first is acceptance of policy. Second one is identification of the customer, then monitoring of transactions, then risk management. All these 4 things will do under KYC. That is the reason they have told KYC will have 4 pillars and all 4 are very important while opening an account. Okay, these are the KYC 4 pillars. Okay, they will give 5 choices along with 4, and they will tell out of the following which is not the pillar of KYC. That means you should know all the 4. Always they will try to judge you. They will not ask a simple all 4, all the above. Okay. So acceptance, identification, monitoring, and risk management are the 4 pillars. Now customer is defined. Customer is defined, and which place they will ask sometimes it is in KYC policy. Then customer definition. Okay, these are all not so important for you. A person who is having a financial relationship or activity with the bank, we will call as a customer. Now, categorization of customers, very important here. There are categorization, you know pretty well. There are low risk customers, medium risk customers, high risk customers. Okay, 3 types of customers. How the customers are rated as low, medium, high. There are 6 parameters to consider a customer: low risk, medium risk, high risk. Number 1 is customer's identity, social status, nature of business, information about the clients, business, location. Everything will have its own importance while categorizing one customer as a low risk or a medium or a high risk customer. Those 6 parameters are there. Okay. Now let us see who are all low, medium, high. First is low risk. See, when we are reading simply, we will say salary, senior staff, all these things. In the examination, we will ask in a different way. Even after going through this particular slide for 5 minutes, you cannot answer the question. So try to understand how to read these particular answers. He is a low risk people. First one is low risk. Now I'll tell you who is a low risk, medium risk, and high risk also. Okay. They will mix all these 3 and they will tell you to remove odd man out. So 2 low or medium or high. Out of these 3, 2 risks customers you should know 100% pakka. Then only you can get that 1 mark. Okay. Now let us see some which you can guess. See, as a banker, we have our own common sense and logic. Based on that, some answers we can give. I know. See, salaried employee. they will low risk. Okay, you will remember. Okay, salaried means safe. So bank might have, government bank might have kept low risk in the policy. Okay, senior citizens. Okay, safe. 60 years people safe. Staff, where they will go. So low risk. Few things from logic you will come right, but few things you cannot be logically correct. Please remember. So that is the reason I'm explaining you. Low income people. Okay, no problem. Maybe low risk. Even if I ask whether low income, low risk or a medium risk, you will guess with low risk. I know. Whom you can guess, whom you cannot guess also I know. Now I am reading in the black is guessing answers. Government departments, government sovereign body. So low risk, no problem. Government owned companies, regulatory, statutory bodies, income tax, all are government bodies, no problem. Government, semi-government, public sector banks, RRBs, cooperatives, local authorities, individuals, pensioners. Okay, all are low risk. Looks like low risk and you also feel they are low. And last bottom you see, if I ask by showing this particular slide, illiterate which risk, you just ask your mind what it is giving answer. 99%, if anybody is not going through the slide, they will say high risk, because we feel that illiterate, frauds will happen, cheating may happen, he may be high risk. Remember, illiterate is a low risk customer as per your bank policy, KYC policy. SHGs, you will think that SHG group, so many members are there. Here, you should not apply your common sense and logic. Try to understand these things. That is the reason last two I kept in red. These are very dangerous. It will make you wrong if you think. Don't think. Try to understand this. Illiterate SHG is low risk. Keep it in your mind. Remaining all you need not remember. You will guesswork, your guesswork will work. But these two will not work your guesswork. Illiterate SHG is low risk. Now, second, medium risk customers. Medium risk customer, only thing you remember is all business people will come under medium risk. Like that I remember. I cannot remember 30 people, which risk and all. Just remember, all business people will come under medium risk. Now you see the names. Gas dealer, businessman. Car, boat, plane dealer, businessman. Electronic shop, restaurant, retail shops, movies, travel agents, pawn shop, soul, notaries, accountants. Remember, notary accountant also danger. You will get confused. Don't remember everything. Remember, illiterate SHG, low risk there. And in the medium risk, all business, whatever business comes, it's a medium risk. And remember, notary, accountants, blind is medium, Pardhanasi medium, private bank medium. These three you have to remember here. Medium risk, notary, accountants, blind, Pardhanasi woman, private bank. Blind means what you feel, your brain says high risk. No, it is a medium risk. Pardhanasi, that people, that Muslims will come with that semi-finished with that this thing. These people will call us Pardhanasi, burqa. They will keep that burqa, that Pardhanasi woman. Then private banks. These three are very important. We cannot remove odd man out, these three people. Remember. Then business, I told you on the top. Now you remember. Business, the constitutions will be there. Proprietorship, individual, partnership. Those are also falling under medium risk only. Proprietorship, partnership, private limited company, unregistered body, registered body, corporate body. All these four are medium risk. These two, if you remember, in literate, in the low risk, illiterate and SHG are low risk. In medium risk, all business people, all business constitutions like proprietorship, partnership, limited companies, unregistered, all these things are medium risk. And blind, Pardhanasi, private bank. These three you remember. High risk, you need not remember anything. Because you know these two, automatically whatever he gives in third man, you can remove it out. Okay, third one also, let us have a look. Trust. You see, trust, charities, cooperative societies, NGOs, organization receiving donations, high risk, companies having close family shareholding, accounts all having foreign contributions, political exposure persons, accounts of non-face-to-face customers, HNIs, more money will be there, high net individuals, NRIs, exporters and importers, HUF, accounts having beneficial owners, cash incentive business such as $1 billion, sub-dealers, blocked accounts, unclaimed accounts. Blocked account and unclaimed deposits. These are also high risk. This you can guess. Any problematic account you see, your mind says it's a high risk. But blocked amount and unclaimed are high risk accounts. Okay. Now, I hope I am clear. Again, I am repeating you. Low risk, you have to remember only illiterate SHG. Remaining all your guesswork will work. Okay. In come to medium, business people will come. All constitution will come. Then Pardhanasi will come. Pardhanasi women, blind will come under medium risk. Okay. Those things, notary, all these things bind. High risk, all are high risk, remaining all. No need to remember. But still have an idea, just watch it. HNIs, NRIs, exporters, all these falling under high risk. And these politically exposed persons, Bank says minimum scale 4 and above only can open in a branch. If you are a branch head, if your branch is a scale 4, you people can open PEP account, political exposure persons. Other than small branch, medium branch, large branch, you have to take permission of executive of MIPD. Then only you can open that account. Okay. This is with regard to categorization of accounts. All three are very important. Definitely we can expect one question. By mixing these three, he will ask you to remove one answer. I have told you how to remove that answer. Now you practice any question, you will know the answer. You will know what you have read. Okay. Now let us see the same question now. Now you try to answer this question. Out of the following, who is a low risk customer? I think now I have told you in depth. The people who are with me will answer very easily. See, if I show the same slide at the initial stage, after without showing the three slides, you cannot answer. I know 100%. If you are pakka only will answer. All four looks like high risk only. Blind or a blind person, anything can happen. Pardana TV, were unable to see the face. High risk maybe. Illiterate high, NRI. Then you will put a lottery. Now we are very clear. Who is asking? Out of the following low risk customer, I know the answer. Straight away I'll go to illiterate and I'll skip the question. Now you tell me blind, medium risk. Pardanasi, medium risk. NRI, it is not in the first two, it is in high risk. When you identified all four, you are now you are above the examiner. Still you are confusing, you have to read my slides properly. Now, out of the following, who is not a high risk customer? Second question. Who is not high risk? High net, who is not high risk? Just now, medium risk, I told you. Pardhanasi woman is a medium risk customer. Answer D is there, Pardhanasi. High net worth individual, high risk. NRI, high risk. Political exposure person, high risk. See, even though sometimes in the examination, you know, high political exposure person is high risk. Since my childhood, I am reading in the bank. Okay, high risk, high risk. But NRI, I will get confused maybe. So that is the reason you have to remember like this. Okay, okay. Let us go to the next topic. The risk, high risk, low risk customers will be classified in other way also, that is based on the balance in the account. There are 6 parameters now here in the balance. See, a average balance a customer is maintaining in SB current account term deposit. Okay. Now how much amount he is having? If 100 lakhs and above, last time this question has come. If you think that this type of questions will come, this type of questions only will come in the examination. You can see the recalled questions I have given. This question last time for I think 2 to 3, 2 to 3 they have given this question. But both they have asked. High risk customer, what is the average, above average, what balance, what deposit average balance if he maintains his high risk customer, and what loans he should have? Both 100 lakhs only answer. 100 lakhs and above average balance in SB current account term deposit, he is a high risk customer. Loans also above 1 crore, 1 crore 100 lakhs, one and the same. Above also is a high risk customer. Medium risk customer, 25 lakhs to 100 lakhs. In between, average balance is there in all these three SB current account term deposit. Again, is a medium risk. Low risk customer, less than 25 lakhs. Based on the balance, now here you are classifying a account as a low risk medium. In the earlier, based on the business, based on the place, all these things you have seen right now. Politically exposed person, based on the place, he is a foreign, he is your own Indian working as a some ministry, some foreign minister in some other country. He is a political exposure person. Political exposure person means don't think that he is a politic person. No. Politically exposed means a Indian official working abroad. Okay, if as a foreign minister somewhere somebody is working, those person will be called as PEPs. Okay, so PEPs are high risk customers. Like that, based on the status, based on the placement, okay, based on the business, accounts are classified into different categories. Okay, here based on the amount classification of low risk, medium risk. Okay, so 100 lakhs above high risk, 25 to 100 medium risk balance, and about 20 less than 25 lakhs is a low risk customer. Now under vintage parameter, vintage parameters based on the operations, the dealings with you will decide who is a low risk customer and who is a high risk customer. See, as a vintage parameter, what they tell is any newly opened CASA account, whether it is a current account or a savings account, which have not completed 6 months, up to 6 months, any CASA account will be classified as high risk. That is a vintage parameter here. Because first 6 months, we should be very careful with that account. You know, even for transactions also as per manual. See, I am not discussing manuals here. If you go to SB current account manual, the manual says first 6 months, a branch manager has to pass about 25,000 all transfers and checks in savings account. All 1 lakh and above current account checks, only manager has to pass. When account is opened for the last 6 months. So that was one care bank has taken there. That is manual. That questions I am not telling here because it is for us only circulars is a base, because we are very lucky that that exam is not going to manuals. So only circulars we are reading. Okay. Now let us see this vintage parameter again. I'm repeating, up to 6 months, you should keep each and every account as high risk. That means you should be careful. You must be watchful on those accounts. But some accounts you need not do. What is that? Staff. Okay. Staff are safe. Ex-staff, pensioners, small accounts, financial inclusion accounts, and BSBD accounts. These accounts, it is not high risk. All other accounts, you have to keep it as high risk for the first 6 months. But once 6 months is over, once a new account completed 6 months, then based on the categorization, we can classify under medium, subject to complying with other parameters. We have to see whether the parameters are complied, then we can keep it as a medium. But account thereafter should go to low risk after 12 months. After 12 months, that account will go to low risk. Still again, that parameter should be complied. Okay. This is what you should know about vintage parameter. 6 months, you should be careful, high risk. After 6 months to 12 months, you can convert into medium risk if it is okay. After 12 months, if the guidelines are okay, then the account is complying the guidelines of low risk customer, then you can make it as a low risk customer. Okay. This is how it is regard to vintage parameters. Now, review of customer categorization. See, there are low risk customers, now medium risk customers are there, high risk customers are there. When we have to review these people, the review of these people should happen in the month of 30th June and 31st Jan. Okay. This is one important change. Earlier, it was a different date, 15. I don't want to confuse you. This is 13th Jan, 30th June and 31st December. Sorry, I said wrong. 31st December every year we have to do. Okay. Review of risk categorization. Okay. Wherever necessary shall be carried daily basis within a period of 6 months. Wherever possible, every daily also you can do it, but with a periodicity of 6 months. Then re-KYC. I think you know pretty well. You may be doing in the branches if you are a branch people. Re-KYC, review of risk rating and re-KYC. We will do again. We will take documents from the customer like Aadhaar card or voter card, OVD document, and one PAN card. When we have to do, otherwise even now parties are getting messages. Your account is blocked. Please come and give a re-KYC. This is re-KYC. Automatically system is blocking. The party will come down to you and he will submit the documents. Again, you will capture it and it will be account will be okay then. So low risk customers, it is 10 years. And medium risk customers, every 8 years we have to do re-KYC, and high risk customers, it is 2 years. Please don't get confused. 2 years, 8 years, 10 years. Okay, these numbers everybody will remember. In the examination, I have seen many people, if the question comes low risk, answer they will put in hurry, put 2 years. See, it's an easy question. It's a cake for you, but don't give a mistake. See, you just think, you know the answers, 2, 8, 10. Only you will get 2 or 10 or 2. Only these two only will get confused, 10 and 2. Please remember, sir, low risk customer, risk is very less. Your staff account. Why you want to take 2 years? It will take longer time. So 10 years is the answer. High risk, HNI, NRI. Correct. Now risk is there. So every 2 years we will do re-KYC. If you understand this particular point in the examination, when you are giving the answer, definitely you will get correct answer. Unnecessary, don't put for a low risk customer 2 years and come out and you say, arre, galat ho gaya. Don't do that. Okay. Just small, easy questions. Just think once again giving the answer. Just apply the logic. Low risk, staff, and just we discussed. Risk is less. Why we want to take re-KYC within 2 years? It will be longer time. Answer will be 10 years for that. High risk is there. We have to do re-KYC very fast. So 2 years. Understand this concept. Apply this concept if this question comes. Just apply it, you will come correct. Then CKYC. As you know that we do with SARSAI, that should be done within T+5 days. Okay. Now coming to preservation of records. Whatever transactions happening in the bank, how many years you have to preserve? At least 5 years from the date of transaction. Please remember, from the date of transaction, you have to keep 5 years between the bank and the client for any future checks. Okay. Then documents like passports, identity cards, driving license, PAN card, utility bills obtained while opening of the account during the course is preserved for again 5 years after the business relationship is ended. See, when a transaction happened, for example, one RTGS transaction you have kept, okay, that record should be available for next 5 years from today transaction. Today you have done a RTGS, 5 years that record, the slip bundle should be preserved. Point. Now, cards and all you have taken. While opening the account, you have taken driving license, PAN card, all these things. Here there is no transaction happened. You have opened only account. During the account opening, you have taken a document. Then that account will be closed after 10 years. from 10th year, when the account is closed, from there 5 years. Please understand the points carefully. Examiner may ask all 5 answers, same answers, very nearby, you will get confused. So concept should be clear. Records preservation, whatever transactions you have done, from there 5 years, no problem. Today I've done RTGS, from here 5 years you keep it, over. But whenever you're opening account, any documents you are taking, the document should be available. See, for example, 100 years my account is running with you, or 80 years. 80 years you have to preserve my record only, you know pretty well. But once I closed that account, then my transaction or our contract is closed. From there it is 5 years. That is the reason they say business relationship is ended. From there it is 5 years. Okay. So these two are very important. Answer is 5 years only. But from where it is important. Now we will go to next one. This is a new concept which we in the books only have seen this. Account opened using OTP based eKYC. Through Aadhaar card, OTP will come to your this thing and you will open. When you are opening like that, how the what the guideline says in this particular account? The guideline says when you are opening account with OTP based eKYC, consent from the customer for authentication. Okay, OTP, it will go. Then he will give the OTP. Then in those accounts, when you are opening through OTP, you should be very careful. Bank says average aggregate balance in all the deposits shall not exceed rupees 1 lakh. So aggregate balance, total balance should not exceed 1 lakh. Aggregate of all credits in a financial year should not exceed 2 lakhs. Aggregate amount of term loan sanctions shall not exceed 60,000 in a year. These three are the conditions you have to follow when you are opening an account through OTP based KYC. Okay, remember aggregate balance 1 lakh. This is a new concept. Maybe even for me also it is new. Last year we have not read this concept of OTP based KYC. You should be thorough with these 2 guidelines, 3 guidelines. He will confuse you with any point. One is OTP, balance 1 lakh, aggregate of all credits 2 lakhs, and aggregate amount of term loan 60,000. These 3 points you have to remember. Then account, both deposit, borrow account, OTP based shall not be allowed for more than 1 year. Only 1 year only this OTP account will be opened with you, or a term loan, whatever it may be. A declaration should be obtained from the customer to the effect that no other account has been opened. Because it is a simple account bank wants to open through OTP, your bank has told every transactions have been limited. The bank made limited. Okay. So aggregate balance 1 lakh, credits 2 lakhs, and aggregate amount term loan is 60,000. Now we will go to a second concept called combating finance of terrorism. That is what we have discussed in the CFT. Okay. Now let us see what is United Nations. These are all done by United Nations Security Council. Okay. This terrorism and all, they will give the, which are all the countries, all these lists they will give. Okay. Now what they are doing, United Nations periodically circulates. United National Council will see what they will give, list of individuals, entities suspected having terrorist links in the world they are suspecting these people who are terrorists. They will give the list of those accounts. Okay, which is approved by Security Council, United Nations Security Council. Okay, branches or banks are required to screen customers in this names with UN list. That is the reason when you are opening an account in the branch, first you will go for terrorist opening. That cross checking they will do. I think SIM 60, SIM 61, some option is there. Exactly, I don't remember. That will check whether this particular customer who is our account opening, whether he's a terrorist or not. Okay, then cross check and it will give you no records found. Then only you will open. So that is called, why they are doing is because to know this combating of financing of terrorism, this concept only, this concept was introduced in our bank. Okay, who will give this list? United Nations. Periodically they will update, and which is approved by Security Council of United Nations, UNSC. Okay. Okay. Now let us go to the points. FATF. What is FATF? Financial Action Task Force. What they will do? They will do making policies to combat anti-money laundering and financing of terrorism. Entire world terrorism is there. So to protect from the terrorism, all these countries. So this Financial Action Task Force will make policies how to stop this anti-money laundering or terrorism, financing of terrorism people, terrorists. Then FIU Ind. FIU is Financial Intelligence Unit India. It is headquarters at Delhi. Okay. Then every bank, I told you at the time of starting slides, there are 2 officers, designated director, principal officer. Principal officer has to report, correct? He has to report. Designated director will give the compliance, do the compliance part. But principal officer will inform to FIU Ind, I told you. Now the point has come. He will report to FIU. What he will report? All the transactions, whatever happening in the accounts. Now you see, first one is cash transaction report, CTR. Individual transactions below 50,000, you need not report under cash transaction. Okay, no problem. But the most important answer is above 10 lakhs. Above 10 lakhs, in any account, financial transactions are happening, you have to report to FIU Ind. Financial intelligence. When we have to report? 15th of succeeding month. 31st October ho gaya. Then 15th November is a deadline for you. You are not going to report all these things. HO is taking care. But in the examination, he will never ask you what is your role. He will ask you what is the bank guidelines. Okay. Now, up to 50,000 CTR, no need to report. But 10 lakhs and above, we have to report to FIU Ind. Then non-profit organizations. There are some organizations called as non-profit organizations in our country. They may do any this terrorism and all those things. So that is the reason they told 15th is a succeeding month. Before that, non-profit organizations, whatever transactions they do, that should be reported to FIU Ind. Then counterfeit currency note, fake notes. Fake notes also we have to report before 15th of succeeding month. Then cross-border wire transfer report, international, country to country, any transactions are going on, 15th of succeeding month. If you see the common point here, all reportings are 15th of succeeding month, you see. So in the examiner, if any question he asks a CTR, NPO, CCR, cross-border, everything is 15th of next month. Succeeding means next month. October means 15th November. That's all. That is the deadline. Over. But only one report, there is a different. That is called suspicious transaction report. Suspicious transaction report means if some transaction happened in any bank account, if you feel suspicious, you can report it. But when you will report, first you have to decide whether that is a suspicious or not. You have decided. You have concluded, yes, there is suspicion in this account. See, for example, I have kept some 1 crore in my account. You got a doubt. How this money Ravikumar got? Suspicious. You have decided, yes, there is something wrong, suspicious. Once you have concluded, you have come to a conclusion, yourself and your manager. From that conclusion day, within 7 days, we have to report to FIU Ind. So all reports, 15th of succeeding month, but suspicious transaction report is 7 days from conclusion of suspicious transaction. When you have decided this is suspicious, then from that date, concluded, you have decided, yes, this is suspicious. From there, 7 days. Only this number you have to remember, 7 days. Remaining, whatever question comes, put 15 days is the answer. Next month, 15th. In the English, they call it a succeeding month. That's all. Okay. Now, prevention of money laundering. This is anti-money. There are 3 stages in PLI, in prevention. Number 1 is placement. Second one is layering. And third one is integration. Okay. They will put the money. This is money laundering. See, if we are making illegal money to legal money, it is called as money laundering. Okay. So how to prevent that anti-money laundering? There are 3 stages. Anybody wants to do a money laundering, simple language. If anybody wants to convert black money to white money, okay, that is called illegal money to legal money. So what they will do? First, they will do place. Place means they will keep number of account. They will open 50,000, 40,000, 20, small pieces amount they will place. That is called placement. They will put in some other account. Then they will do layering. They will split those amounts, layering. Then integration. They will pool those accounts, and they will remove that amount. That is called layering. So there are 3 stages in anti-money laundering. One is placement, another is layering, and third one is integration. They may ask you what are the stages. There are 3 stages. Then UCIC is a full form, Unified Customer Identification Code. Then when foreign students coming to India for studying, see, some American student got a admission into here in an IIT, for example. He will come here. Once he comes here, he will open an account. His father is in USA, for example. That boy is studying in IIT Mumbai. Just imagine. What type of account we have to open for that student? NRO account, first point. Then what are the documents we have to verify? We can verify his passport, then visa, immigration, college offer letter, admission letter. All these things will give you a clear picture that he is a NRO. He came from abroad. He's a foreign student. Okay. Then you can open an NRO account. But whether this NRO will have a local address, he don't have an Aadhaar, no OVD will be there for him. So he is not an Indian. We cannot give him any document to him. So what he will do is, wherever he is staying local address, he will give an address proof there. He is staying in some house in Hyderabad or Delhi, Mumbai IIT, Mumbai. That local address proof, he will give one address proof. And within 30 days, we have to verify whether what address he has given, whether he is staying there or not. After that, normally he can do transactions. But please remember, those 30 days, whatever proof he has given, those 30 days, we should be very careful. They may ask you in any type, what type of account, how many days, that local address, whatever he has given, within how many days we have to verify, 30 days. But the most important point for examination point of view is within the 30 days or before you verified that address where he is staying, you cannot allow huge transactions in the account, because we don't know from where he has come, where he is staying. We don't know. He's giving a local address proof only. If you are verified, if you are satisfied, you can allow the transactions. But till 30 days or till verification of that local address, you cannot allow huge transactions in the account. You should be careful. For that, guidelines are very clear. During the 30 days, foreign remittances, his father can send money to him, max to max US dollars 1,000. That's all. Max US dollar 1,000. And whatever money he is drawing from that account, it should not exceed more than 50,000. These two concepts you have to remember. When an NRO and when a foreign student comes to India, we can open an NRO account by seeing some documents. Local address he will give. Within 30 days we have to verify, and before verification we will allow only 2 transactions in a inward remittance up to $1,000, and amount he can withdraw is max to max 50,000. Okay, we will not allow to withdraw more than that. Once everything is over, that verification on, yes, you can allow him to draw the money. Till that time you cannot allow. Okay, then account can be opened with zero balance with ATM facilities. And please remember, if a person like this, America means, okay, we have opened. If a Pakistani student has come to India, then you cannot open an RO account. You have to take prior approval of RBI. They may ask a question. If a student coming from which country, you need to take permission from RBI. Sometimes logically you will apply Pakistan and you will keep the answer. Only they have told Pakistan. Once you read, you will understand. Otherwise, sometimes you will go that. Okay. Then coming to non-profit organization. Just now I told you regarding NPO, I told you NPO, counterfeit currency, all are 15th of succeeding month, right? Now let us see what is NPO deals. Non-profit organization means any entity or organization registered as a trust or society. These NPOs will be as a trust or society. Okay, but registered under Companies Act 2013. They have to register as a Companies Act. Then these non-profit organizations will get funds from abroad. Please remember. So the bank says, the government guideline says, any transactions involving receipts, when these non-profit organizations receiving money from abroad, if it is more than 10 lakhs, you have to report it to FIU. 15th of succeeding month. That is the deadline. That is the last line. If the bank has reason to believe that customer is intentionally structuring a transactions into a series of transactions below 10 lakhs. See, the guideline says about more than 10 lakhs, you have to report after next month 15th. But somebody is trying very cleverly. One NPO, 9,90,000 he has kept. Then he stopped the transactions. It is not coming about 10 lakhs. Very cleverly he is playing. So in that case, the government guidelines is very clear. If intentionally is doing even less than 10 lakhs also, you can report to FIU. Then FIU will take care of all these things. Okay. And reporting, already I told you, you need not remember. Every report is FIU is 15th of succeeding month. All reports except suspicious transactions. Conclusion, 7 days for suspicious. Cross-border transfer. Cross-border transfer, I told you, from country to country. Same. 15th of succeeding month is the deadline to report. Here the amount is 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs and above, any foreign currency transactions to country, it happens, cross-border. Then also you have to report before 15th of next month. Then money mulls. Who is money mulls? See, money mulls means in individuals with bank account who are recruited by fraudsters. See, one, for example, I'll tell you with an example so that you will understand better. One Pakistani terrorist in India, just if you imagine a terrorist is there in India. He will ask some XYZ Indian, just you open one account in your name. I will give you one check. You just collect that check in your name and give the money to me. I will give 50,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. Like that, a fraudster, a terrorist, trying an Indian individual to open an account and loot and getting the money from that account, that is called money mulls. Okay, the person who has been used is called a money mull. So now you underline that money mulls are individuals with bank account who are recruited by fraudsters. Terrorists will recruit, fraudsters will recruit him to receive check deposit or a wire transfer for the purpose of money laundering. Okay, they will not give their original name. They will Binami, they will keep. Okay. Issue of demand drafts and traveler checks. You know pretty well. 50,000 and above shall be affected from customer account only. DDs and all 49,999 only we can do by cash. 50,000 and above we have to go for transfer only. Not against cash payment. That means transfer only we have to do. Then unique customer identification code, it is UCIC. Now account opening part, just a glance in the KYC circular, they have given this. I hope you are overall opening the accounts. Nowadays, we are not opening, CPH is opening. So we must be thorough about this particular point. Company account, when you are opening, what are the documents you have to take? Just a glance, experienced bankers knows it very well. Certificate of incorporation, memorandum and articles of association, PAN card of the company, resolution of the board of directors and power of attorney granted to its managers, officers to transaction on his behalf, corporate identification number, and one copy of official valid document, one recent photo, and PAN or Form 60 related to beneficial owners. In a company, who is a beneficial owner? A person who is having 25% capital, 25% shares, or taking 25% profit in a company, he is called a beneficial owner. For that beneficial director, who is a director, beneficial owner, for him, you have to take OVD, photo, and PAN card. Whatever you take for a savings account, same you have to take. Remaining is MOA, AOA. Certificate of incorporation, PAN card of the company, and resolution of the board you have to take because it's a company. Who has to deal that account? That they have to take. And SIN, corporate identification number. These are the documents you have to take for company. Then come to partnership. Registration certificate, which is registered in the register of forms. Partnership form will be registered in register of forms. So the registration certificate, partnership deed, PAN of the partnership form, and again, one copy of the OVD. Remaining all, you know pretty well about this last point. Every account you take this. In a company, you take for directors or beneficial owners, we can call. In a partnership also, we take for beneficial owners or partners. Okay. Account of trust. When you're opening a trust account, registration certificate you have to take, trust deed, PAN card, and one copy of OVD again. Who are all the trustees, beneficial owners you have to take. Proprietorship concern. Business account. Proof of business, you have to take 2 documents. That means 2 licenses you have to take for a proprietorship concern, like GST, and then already they have quoted something, registration certificate, municipality authority, sales income tax, now VAT, GST, any certificate, sales tax, service tax, professional tax, electricity, water, landline, telephone bill, import, export code, any of these documents, 2 documents you have to take. From here to here, 2 documents you have to take. But if branch is satisfied, they can go with 1. Generally, we have to take 2 as per guidelines. If branch satisfied with out of this all, only 1 document is also enough to open the account. This is with regard to account openings. This is in KYC policy of your bank. Now come to when you are opening a partnership. So you should know the structure of partnership. In a partnership, whenever you are opening, minimum is 2 for any partnership. This we know it. We may forget these particular points. Partnership, if it is a banking channel, if they are doing, then it is 10 partners can be there. Other channels, it can be up to 20 people. Okay. But as per Companies Act, a partnership can be opened up to 100. These are the 3 numbers you have to remember. For banking, partnership can be, partners can be maximum 10, other channels 20. In Companies Act 2013, it is written as 100 people can join in a partnership firm. This is all for examination purpose only. And when you are opening account, you should be careful. That's all. Okay. Then private limited company, minimum 2 and maximum 200 people can be there in a private limited company. Directors, minimum 2, maximum 15. In a public limited company, minimum 7, maximum unlimited. Directors, minimum through, maximum 15. Okay. Then beneficial. What is the definition of? Just now I told you. Beneficial ownership means in a particular business, who is getting benefited, how to know. So for that, they have decided in a company, if anybody is taking 25% profit or invested 25% capital or holding 25% of share, he is a beneficial owner. Partnership, remaining all partnership, association, society, everywhere it is 15%. For a company, 25% share. For a partnership and association trust, it is 15%. Okay. But in SHG, JLG, office bearers of that particular group will be called as beneficial owners. Okay. Remaining all group members are normal. Okay. Company and trust. If any trustee directors are, this is one particular case study with regard to accounts. See, you must know one thing. We are having a contract with a customer when we are opening accounts with anybody. Here, what the guideline says is when the customer has deceased or died, automatically your contract will stop. So in that, many times people, they will ask some case studies. Principal and agent, they will put. Somebody as principal is there in America, his agent is in India. Power of attorney has been given. When principal died, see, Mr. X is in America. he put his Y as an agent in India. Y is agent, X is principal. Principal in America. He has given a power of attorney that agent will write all the checks and your bank can pass. We are passing the checks. Suddenly, X in America died. Then the contract will be closed because customer is with you. Your contract is with customer. Once the customer has died, the main person who has account open, then you have to immediately stop the transaction. That is the reason even agent issues a check, you cannot pass the check. Number one. Number two, sometimes they will ask that America person is there. He is alive, but the agent who has issued the check has died. Now what is the position? See, same contract. Along, you are having a relationship with customer in America only. He is alive. So your contract is alive. So even though agent, after issuing a check, even if he is deceased agent, you have to pass the check. If you remember this logic, you will not make any mistake in case studies. Okay. Company and trustee also same. All these people, these things, they are having a contract with that particular company and trustee. Same. If a company is there, a director issued a check, then director deceased, whether you will pass. Yes, I will pass. Company is a legal constitution. It will be there. So you can pass, no problem. Like trustee also. Trustee has issued a check. No problem. Trustee is there. Trustee is there. You can very well pass that check. Okay. They are all taking care of the trustee only. They are not the owners. Company is a legal statute. Okay. This is, if you remember like this, you will not by heart anything. You will simply answer those case studies. Okay. Then minor can be admitted into a partnership for the benefit of a firm. You know that generally minors will not be taken into a partnership firm, but for the benefit of the firm, yes, the partnership firm can admit a minor into a partnership firm during his minority, but within 6 months after attaining majority has to declare. After 18 years, that minor has to declare whether he wants to continue in the firm or not. Okay. Then documents handling policy. So few important dates we will see here. Digital records. What is a brand digital records? This is one digital policy. Last time they have asked what is a metadata is. So just this is a theory part only, but sometimes they will ask the theory part. So let us have some understand these concepts. Born digital records. What is called as born records that have natively created in digital format rather than digitized from paper records. Examples: email, text-based documents. If example, Word documents, Google documents, presentations, for example, PowerPoint. These are all called as born digital products. Okay, it was created. Email created. Okay, presentations created. Now the presentation which I am showing is created by me. This is called as born digital products. Digitalization, act of scanning a physical document in digital form. This also by question you will answer, no problem. Physical to digital, if you convert, it is called a digitalization. Then electronic record, e-record. What is e-record? Record or data generated image or sound stored, received or sent in an electronic form, or microfilm or computer generated microfiche, and shall include floppies, datas, tapes, DATs, tapes, hard disks. These are all called electronic records, e-records. The most important, legacy data, metadata. Legacy data, the data which are not migrated to the new system, or the data which are purged, archived from the current database and not available for online usage. See, when in our bank also, when we have converted from ALPM to IBPS, IBPS to B2K, B2K to CBS, the earlier data, what is the old data, we will keep it somewhere. That is called as legacy data. Okay. Then metadata. Last time they asked this question only. Metadata is a data that provides information about other data. In the other words, the data that is used to describe another item's content. So this question they have asked and answer they have given. It is a metadata. It's a legacy data. It's an electronic record. Like that, they have given some choices. Okay. So metadata, last time they have asked, these two are very, very important to remember. This, I think, bond digital, you need not remember. I think you got the concept. This is concept based. Email, all whatever creating is a bond. But these two names, it is difficult. Legacy also, okay. Metadata, that is the reason they have asked metadata question last time. Then preservation of records. In that circular, there are so many records which we cannot remember. But few records I made in such a way that minimum in one place I kept so that you can understand these things. First, we will try to remember what are all 5 years records. 5, 10, 20 years. Like that permanent. Like that I kept 5, 10, 20 permanent. Now, first in the first slide, we see what are all 5 years. What are the records we have to preserve? Just now I told you 5 years. If any transaction happened, 5 years from date of transaction. If any documents you are taking while opening account like passport, all these things, from closure of that account, from there it is 5 years. Those two, remember, first two are that only you see. For any transactions, records set off from money laundering, records you preserve for 5 years from the date of transaction. First part is over. Your slip bundles, everything will come like that. Then records should be maintained for at least 5 years from date of cessation of transaction. I told you when that account opening and all documents and all 5 years. These two are over. Then specific records and registers where the transactions internal, again transactions 5 years, no problem. Record of transactions pertain to money changing activities 5 years. Enhanced due diligence shall be maintained for a period of dubious transactions 5 years. All the transactions you remember like that 5 years. See, you cannot remember each and everything for the examination part. So remember in such a way that minimum if that question comes, you could able to retrieve the answer. From this particular side, I'll remember 2-3 points. If any transaction part he will ask, I will put 5 years as answer. Any transactions part, please remember. Okay, money changing activities. Okay, specific records and registers also 5 years. Okay, let us go to column of 10 years. Checks. Remember, checks are for 10 years. Like that, you remember. First one is write-offs. If any doing any write-offs and all, it should be 10 years from date of closure of that account. See, write-off, account will be closed after some sacrifice. From there, 10 years. All checks, preservation of physical checks, CTS, physical checks, government checks, you see, all are 10 years. Okay, so we will remember write-off checks 10 years. Write-off checks 10 years. Like that we remember. Next, unclaimed deposit 20 years. Once it is settled, after that it is 20 years. Disputes in court of law 20 years. So there are two answers I told you for 20 years. 10 years, two answers. Checks, any check will ask CTS, whatever check, 10 years is the answer for us. Okay, write-off 10 years. Okay, unclaimed deposit 20 years. Now permanently what to be kept? Permanently you have to keep. These are all, you know, in the bank, it should be there till your branch is available. Branch shifting, policy matters, staff lapses, EMT papers, death claim papers, permanently you have to preserve. Policy matters, all these things you have to keep permanently in your branch. This is permanent. So 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, permanent. 4 type of concepts we remember now. Transactions, accounts opens, anything closed, 5 years. Checks, 10 years we have remembered, and one more is for 10 years is, one is check, I all forgot, write-off. Write-off is 10 years. Then 20 years, unclaimed deposits 20 years, unclaimed and disputes in court of law 20 years. Then permanent is policy matters, own premises matters, investigation reports, staff lapses, EMT paper, death claim, all these things are permanent. Okay, 15G, 15H, 7 years. Form 60, 6 years. Counterfeit currency note, fake notes. This is the last time question. Last time this, see, from this entire table, one question will come. I don't know which question will come. Last time they asked the same question. I know counterfeit currency notes is 3 years. One more question, I made a mistake. 3 years from the date of receipt of police authorities, I know, because in somewhere also I have read this. But in this particular document handling policy, bank told, after 3 years from once the police authority has done the investigation, it will come to your bank only, branch only. From there, you have to keep it for 3 years. But they have asked this dash 2 answers. These 3 years, and another question they asked is, after conclusion of court case, how many years again you have to present? That is also 3 years. So answer is there, 3 years, 3 years. Both answers are correct. But I know this answer, but this answer I don't know. So I could not able to answer. See, two answers. Even though I know 3 years counterfeit, I could not able to answer. 50% mark they are not giving. Okay, gone. Full answer we will give. Okay, so counterfeit currency notes 3 years from date of receiving from police, and after court case also 3 years. Both answers are 3 years. Okay, this is what with regard to KYC policy which I have covered. Now it is 4 o'clock. Let us have a break for 15-20 minutes. Even I want to take break. Continuously I'm talking for the last 2 hours. Let me take 15 minutes. Shall we join at 2:20? Because one more topic I'll finish. I may not finish all the topics. Okay, we will start at exactly 4:20, sir. I know it's very difficult to listen continuously. For you, it is 1 hour, sir. I took mostly, I think, 7 to 10 hours to make this presentation by reading that circular. I know this is a credit matters and all little bit different. These are all the matters which daily you people are dealing these things, but theoretical concept is little bit different. And you can very well see whatever this material, whatever I'm reading out now, only I have seen some few changes only. KYC policy last year and this year almost same. Whatever questions last time came, little bit changes I made. Because most of the questions came 80% questions, but why the 20 questions should be missed? So we are trying our best. No, sir. They never ask large branch powers and they have never asked any question. But one question from any circular they may ask, but they have never asked it like that. How can we remember all sanctioning powers? It is impossible, sir, delegation of powers to remember. Even I cannot remember. Okay, I'll take a short break of 5-10 minutes. Let me have rest. Then I'll come back at 4:20. As introduced, when I am covering on deposits also, I will take care that all the circulars which are came in deposit till November 2022 I have covered. So in one place you will get all deposits. So the deposits parts you will be pakka. Okay. After this, actually, you are supposed to give one exam on this particular topic so that you will be more confident actually. But because of time and all, I could not able to do that. But because the deposits KYC, I feel every banker is comfortable. People who are like scale 2, scale 3. But when I am taking credit sessions, I will try to take up some quizzes. Once my topic is over, I will pose some 30 questions along with you. I will also answer so that you will be more comfortable. Then you will understand the subject first. Once you understand the subject, how you are able to answer, when when you will understand is when you are giving answers. Okay. Now after deposits, whatever questions come from 2022, and please remember, whenever you are attempting any paper on deposits, that examiner might have asked questions in latest circulars only, then only you can answer. If somebody asks a question from 2021-20 circulars, you cannot answer also, and that's irrelevant also. You need not know also, because every time last 4 years I am seeing the examiner is asking only last year changes, only 1 year changes. So everybody will setting paper in a different manner, but you have to attend quizzes in latest questions, like last 1 year questions. Then your recollection will be good. So we can't read everything and we can't by heart. So only 1 year is enough. October to October circulars, you should be confident. That's all. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we will go to our session. Continue our session. Deposits policy circular is 250/2022 this year, and from October to November already I have covered. You cannot go, you need not go anywhere. Just if this presentation, if you are thorough, I feel whatever questions come from these deposits, like 5-6 questions, you can answer. Okay. So let us go to the topic. In the deposit policy, they have given basic questions also. So examiner will read this part only. So we should be thorough with this. So minimum amount of withdrawal or deposit in a savings account is 10 rupees. Minimum deposit, minimum withdrawal. Coming to balance, minimum balance, monthly average balance. For a rural branch, if you have rural branch, it is 500 rupees. For a semi-urban, urban metro, 1000 rupees. And please remember, this is monthly average balance. This balance is a monthly average balance. Okay. If you are not maintaining, see, some customers also will ask you in the counter, if you am not maintaining balance, how much your bank is charging. As per recent circular on non-credit matters, the bank has given very clearly, if the balance in the customer's account is 350 to 499, 500 is okay. Na? If average balance in a month is 350, then 25 rupees plus GST is a penalty for him. 349 to 200, 35 rupees is penalty. 199 and below, 45. That means maximum penalty for minimum balance is 45 rupees. Minimum is 25. Based on this average amount, it will be there. Then 1000 rupees in semi-urban, urban metro. In that case, bank told 999 to 725. See, amounts are same. Only the slabs you have to remember. That's all. Okay. 900 to 700. 25, 699 to 435, and 399 below is 45. This is the one table I feel even though examiner may ask or may not ask, this knowledge you must have minimum to answer your customer queries. Customer will ask if anything is charged. So you must aware of these charges. Remembering is very interesting also for you. Okay. Now, minimum balance, whatever minimum balance I told for rural 500, average, and urban 1000, who is not applicable? Staff account, pensioners, and defense account, it is not applicable. And whenever the interest calculation is taking care in savings account, the minimum interest is 1 rupee. And the interest calculation will be done based on daily product basis. Whatever daily balance what he is having, based on that, every month it will calculate. And periodicity of the interest, quarterly it will give February 1st, May 1st, August. You remember only February 1st, remaining you add 333. February means March, April, May, June, July, August. You need to remember everything. February 1st, you remember, that's all. Joint accounts. Earlier it was 4. Now any number we can open a joint account. Minor self-operated account. Minimum you should be 10 years old. Photographs. See, last time I thought how the examiner will ask a question like photographs, but he asked the same question. So this time again, when I'm reading policy, this question I pick it up. This is last time recalled question of scale 2 to 3. How many photographs here? For a literate, 2 photographs. For illiterate, 3 photographs to be obtained. This question came for 2 to 3. Can you imagine? This, if you think like it's a clerical question only, but it is asked to a manager who is appearing for a scale 3. Ultimately, see, you may be seeing, sir, why you are telling all these things? Sir, I have not referred the manual because deposit policy of your bank issued in 2022. In that, whatever points are there, he will pick up some good points. So that is the reason I am repeating. Maybe it looks simple, but in the examination hall, without knowing all these things, if you go inside, if the simple question comes also, sometimes you will get confused. That is the reason for a glance I am giving you the key points. Okay. Then service charges. See, withdrawals. If 50 withdrawals and above, if anybody is using withdrawal forms, what is the service charge? Above 50 in a half year, if anybody uses withdrawals, he will be charged. February to July, half year it will be counted, and August to January will be counted for service charges. Okay. See, how much charges they have not given. They have given, if anybody is using 50 withdrawals, more than how many withdrawals in a half year, you will charge 50. Or 50 withdrawal in which period? It is half year, not year, half year. So yeah, otherwise even ask you, the withdrawals exceeding 50 or 50, the charges are collected in which month? So any question come. So all 4 answers you are now collecting from this particular one point. So February, again, interest also February. From February, you remember half year, no, February, March, April, May, June, July, 6 months. Then again, August, September. You need not remember this. Just remember February. In savings account, everything is in February, you remember. 50 and half, February it will start, but half year. Quarterly interest, February. Everything is February. Like that, if you remember, you need not remember the answers. Okay. Now, very important circular. Recently, RBI notification on this. Even recent IBPS clerk exam also, IBPS asked the same question. Okay. When you are opening account of savings account, generally we will open for individuals. We never are SHGs, correct? Na? Other people generally they don't come to us. But as per knowledge, we must know whom we can open, whom we cannot open. In the first slide, I am telling you whom you cannot open. Remember, whom cannot open. Government departments, you cannot open savings account. Budgetary allocations, you cannot open. Municipal corporation, you cannot open savings account. Municipal committees, panchayat samitis, state housing boards, water sewage, drainage, state textbook publishing corporation, societies, metropolitan development authorities, state district level house cooperative societies, political party. Okay, these you know. But remember, here you may confuse. Here, Some names, by name, you will say political party. You might have never opened a savings account. You will tell answer. But something like municipal corporation, panchayati means you will get confused. Are we can open or we cannot open. Please remember, careful. Or in this particular side, who cannot open, the most dangerous is municipal corporation. Okay, we will not open a savings account for municipal corporation. That you have to remember. Panchayat also. Recent IBPS, they have asked this type of question to a new clerks. What are, as these are RBI new notification also, or bank circular also. Now, whom we can open, that also we will see. See, individuals, Karta, HUF, anyway we can open, no problem. Now you see. Whom we can open savings account. Always we open to individuals only. You see, primary cooperative credit societies, you can open. KVIB, you can open. Agriculture produce markets, you can open. Societies registered under Societies Act, you can open. Company's license, please remember, here the company is not the private and public. You see, in the last words, the company licensed, not add to their names words limited or if any account is opened in the name of company, but in the suffix, there is no limited, or then you can open company account. Okay, company account, but not with the names limited, private, limited. Okay, agriculture produce committee open, societies open, KVIB, primary, government departments, bodies, agencies in respect of grants, subsidies released for implementation of various programs, schemes sponsored state government, subject to production of authorization from the respective governments to open savings account. Yes, we can open. Okay, there is a instruction from government bodies, then we can open savings account. Dwakra, we can open. Dwakra full form also, once he asked for clerk, what is a Dwakra full form? Development of women and children in rural areas, Dwakra. SHG, you know it. See, SHG, you need not remember. You know it, you're doing in the branch. Farmers Club, generally we don't open. If somebody opened, he may know. Savings account can be opened. Ultimately, the theory says these people only can be opened savings account. See, either not opening or opening. One part you should be 100% pakka. Then automatically you can remove the odd man out. He will mix all these opening and not opening, and he will ask one answer. Whom will you will not open or whom you will open? So I hope I am clear. So SB account, very important, whom to open, whom not to be open. Then customer due diligence. Identifying the, verifying the, what is CDD means? CDD means identifying and verifying the customers and the beneficial owner. Okay, that is called CDD. Then PAN and Form 6061, you know pretty well. PAN we will take, or Form 6061, that is not a good important point to you. Then an instrument in the checkbooks, in the checks and all that, calendars are different type. In the policy, they have a policy point, it is there. An instrument having date, as per Saka Samvat calendar, is a valid instrument. You may ask, we don't know what is a Saka Samvat calendar, but he told if an instrument dated with Saka Samvat calendar, it is a valid instrument. That is one point we have to remember. And in your CBS, in your core banking solution, a date conversion inquiry facility is provided. So bank shall ascertain the Gregorian calendar date corresponding to the national Saka calendar in order to avoid payment of stale checks. Because now you know the check is valid for 3 months, right? So the 3 months validity, even though if somebody puts in Saka Samvat calendar, it will be converted to Gregorian calendar and system will take care of those things. I don't know what type of question he can pose on calendar, all these things, but these words I felt it is important, just I want to share it with you. Now, recent, there is a change in savings slab. Earlier, the slab is different. Now, slabs are different as per latest circular 639/2022. See, for academic interest or for you working in the branch, you can always remember that 2.90 is the minimum savings interest we pay. But there are 9 slabs. First to remember, 9 slabs. Up to 50 lakhs and 5 crores, it is 2.90 only. Then 5 to 10, 10 to 100, it is 2.95. Then 10 to 100 is 3.05. 300 to 500 up to 3.10, 1000 crore 3.40. But I don't think we can remember all these numbers. It's a game. But if anybody can remember, you can remember. I don't want to read the table. I brought it to one place, but I request you to remember first 2 dates, first important. Up to 50 lakhs 2.9, 5 crores 2.9, 10 crore 2.95. These 3 you try to remember, and maximum 2000 crores and above, it is 4%. If you remember all, it's very good. Otherwise, minimum 1, 2, 3, 4 we have to remember. Okay, 9 slabs. Okay, let us go to the next slide. What is a BSBD account? Basic Savings Bank Deposit Account. See, this is a BSBD account means nothing you should remember. In the basic saving bank deposit, all banking facilities will be given free of charge. That's all. our government or DFS wants to give every individual in our country to open a savings account and every facility with a free of cost. ATM, everything is free. In BSBD account, you remember only one important point, that is in the BSBD account, maximum withdrawals in a month are 4, including ATM withdrawals. Last time this question came to somebody. In BSBD account, how many transactions, how many withdrawals are permitted? And the answer are confusing. Everybody knows 4 withdrawals. He has given in the choice, including ATM, excluding ATM. There people got confused, whether it's including or excluding. See, when we are reading the things, if we are not pakka reading the things, we will get confused in the exam hall. Examiner knows that, just like that only we will read. So he will test our exactly whether we have read, understood or not concept. So the concept is here is, in basic saving bank deposit, everything is free. Checkbook free, everything bank is giving free because of government guidelines. Here only one thing they kept is, when we are giving everything free, government said only 4 withdrawals in a month. See, when withdrawals are 4, it should be including ATM. Otherwise, ATM, you will take 4 transactions, and in branch, you will take 4. It will become 8. So if we remember that logic, we need not remember including or excluding. In the examination, automatically that logic will work. So 4 transactions only, including ATM. That you have to remember. That's all. Remaining all are simple points only. Okay. But if BSBD will not be opening any, once he opens a BSBD account, he will not be allowed to open any savings account. Okay. If customer having any other savings account existing, he required to close such account within 30 days from opening this BSBD account. BSBD means basic saving bank deposit account. Remember, everything is free. Examination part, this is the important point. 4 withdrawals in ATM. Now, small account, in savings account, there is an account called small accounts. Canara small saving bank account, we call that in Canara Bank, as per ministry or as per government guidelines, is small account. See, this small account concept is different. BSBD account is basics. Basic means base. Every Indian should have a basic saving account. That is the reason that is basic named. Small account, transactions are limited. Here, customer need not give OVD. We know what is OVD. 6 OVDs are there, right? Photo and address proof, wherever it is, OVD we call. That OVD also we need not take, and we can open account. That is called small savings account. So no OVD. Where we can open? Rural, urban, anywhere we can open. Okay. But no OVD will be given. But one photograph we will give, and before officer he will sign on the application, or he will put his LTA, then we can open the account. See, when the account, small savings account, the guidelines are such a way, OVD you need not obtain. Only you will take photograph, and only you will take a signature, and if you want to open an account. So definitely there are some restrictions in the account, because you are opening account without a OVD. There is no, anything can happen in that account. So the guideline says, very important points here, in small savings account, the guideline says all the credits in a financial year in that particular account should not exceed 1 lakh. In the OTP, just now I told you, OTP based account, guidelines are different. I told you term loan, it cannot be more than 60,000, correct? Na? Aggregates 2 lakhs, 1 lakh in that account, OTP account. But BSBD account, Canara small savings account, concept is different. And this is a old concept. Many people know pretty well. Only thing, 3 things you have to remember in small savings account. Number 1 is, credits in a financial year should not exceed 1 lakh. Okay. Balance, any point of time should not exceed 50,000, and withdrawals and transfers both should not exceed 10,000 in a month. If these 3 things should be complete, because he has not given any OVD, please understand the concept. Not given OD, just simple photo and signature he has given. We have opened account. So we will not give much facilities like a 101 savings account. We will restrict that particular customer with some transactions. What is the features? 1 lakh, aggregate credits in 1 lakh, balance 50,000, balance should not be above 50,000. And third one is, withdrawal in a month, including transfers, should not be at 10,000. These 3 basic features, if he is not complying, see, for example, balance became 60,000 or 51,000. Now he is out of small savings. He has to open a 101 account. Like that, you have to understand the concept. 1 lakh aggregate balance, 50,000 balance, 10,000 withdrawals per month. Okay, these 3 are the basic features. And please remember, this balance can go beyond also 50,000. When only one exception is, when he is getting government grants, welfare benefits, payment against procurement, then this 50,000 balance you can exclude. For example, in a small savings account, balance is 70,000. Okay, but 20,000 he got from state government, some subsidy, some welfare benefit. that you can minus and you can see 50,000. This is the concept. Okay. They can ask, they will give, see, examiner, they doesn't ask a simple question, what is the finance? They will ask 1, 2, 3, 4, all four, and the fifth one odd man out they will give, and they will ask you to remove. For that also you have to remember all the points. This is what they will check. Okay. Then any violation of above points, out of these 4, 3, any point if customer is violating, okay, then it will become a, he has to give full KYC compliance. He has to provide all OVD, PAN card, everything he has to provide. That is called small savings account. And this account will be without OVD we have opened, so operation only for 12 months. Only 12 months. Okay. After 12 months, if party submits a proof that he applied for OVD, for example, he applied for Aadhaar card, he brought a proof, OVD applied, then you can extend for another 12 months. Okay. So normally 12 months, this account will be open. But if OVD proof has been given after 12 months or before 12 months, again, it can be go up to 12 months. Okay. Okay. This is the concept of small savings account. Then same, if customer is having any existing savings account, already if customer is having any, then he has to close that account within 30 days of opening this small savings account. If any account is there, he has to close within 30 days. Same concept in earlier guidelines also. BSBD also same, 30 days. Here also 30 days. Everywhere 30 days. If any account is there, he has to close within 30 days. Then foreign remittances shall not be allowed in this small savings account. Okay, no foreign remittances will be allowed. If anything is found like that, it is a immediately has to give OVD and all, and it should be regular 101 account. Okay, like that you remember. Then, in case of if holder fails to undergo full KYC, further transactions will not be permitted. Okay, when he, after 1 year, if he's not giving a proof, that 12 months are over, then he has to, if he's not giving, then transactions will be stopped. Then foreign students NRO account, already we discussed it in KYC policy also. Same thing they have repeated in deposit policy also. I told you any foreign student coming to India for education purpose, we will open NRO account. We will take their, I told the details, what the passport, valid visa, university, college, letter from university, and a letter of the college or hostel certificate. Okay, all these things. And along with that, we will take a local address proof from where he is staying. And within 30 days, we have to verify that also, you know it very well. And the 30 days or before verification of the local address, he will be allowed to get remittance up to $1,000 and he has to draw only 50,000 from his account up to 30 days or verification, whichever is earlier. Okay, this is with regard to foreign NRO student. Then come to savings account is over. Then let us go to current account. Current account, you know pretty well, this is the normal concept only. Traders, business, corporates, okay, everybody we will open. No restriction in number of withdrawals or deposits. Okay, then opened by individuals, proprietorship, partnership, private, public, everybody, HUF, societies, trust, LLP, okay, everybody will. Executors, administrators, trustees, liquidators can also open current account. This is an exception. We must know because generally we don't do that. Introduction is not mandatory. That also we know. Obtain 2 photographs because in SB account last time, as this time, what is the, there is no guarantee that simple current account, he may ask one question. PAN and no interest is paid on credit balance kept in current account. Okay, that you know pretty well. These you need not remember. You know it very well. I know it. Then service charges in current account where the bank is levying. One is ledger folio, then checkbook issued, non-maintenance of minimum balance, and return of checks. These 4 only bank is going to charge. It is written in the policy, so I kept in one place so that you will understand. And proprietorship, already I told you, there should be 2 licenses to open the account, but branch in charge is having power to go for 1 license. Okay. Then current account, very important. This I think last 2 times this question has come. Reserve Bank of India is every time issuing guidelines on current accounts. See, when you are opening current account, now earlier even parties having loans or in other banks also, we used to open current account. But now guidelines are little bit different. See, the first one is when you are opening a current account, when a customer comes for opening a current account, so what we have to see is, we have to generate a CRILC report. Now CPH will generate a CRILC report, Central Repository on Information on Large Credit. In that, they will get the data. And the CIC also, we will get data where he is having exposures and all. Based on that, what is the exposure he is having? Whatever loans he has taken from other banks. Based on that, current account guidelines are there. So the first one is, if party is having loans, OCC is there in some bank, Bank of Baroda, State Bank of India, he has taken some OCCs. Then what is the procedure for current account? The first one, If the exposure is less than 5 crores, in Bank of Baroda, SBI, all Canara Bank, all loans put together OCC, if it is less than 5 crores, the Reserve Bank of India said, yes, you can open current account. No restrictions, you can open, but you have to take a undertaking letter from that particular customer. What undertaking? At any point of time, for the customer's exposure will become more than 5 crores, then he will inform to the bank. Only with that undertaking letter, we can open current account for any customer who is having exposure less than 5 crores from all banks. Please remember, all banks, all OCCs put together, less than 5 crores. That is the first concept. If it is more than 5 crores, if exposure in the banking system is 5 crores in OCC format, then what is the guideline? The guideline says he can maintain current account in any of the bank which it is having CC. See, Bank of Baroda is having CC of 2 crores. Canara Bank 5 crores, SBI 10 crores. He can open he cannot open all 3 banks he is having exposure, but he has to open current account where he is having 10% of the exposure. For example, he is having 100 above 5 crores. No? So for example, he is having 10 crores from all 3 banks. 10 crores means wherever he is having more than 10% of 10 crore, that is 1 crore, more than 1 crore, any bank he can open. But less than 9%, he cannot open the account. Where the exposure is more than 10, or total exposure is 100 crore, for example, for a OCC customer in different banks. If it is more than 10%, please remember, if it is more, that means 100 means 10 crore, 11 crore in Bank of Baroda. Yes, he can open with Bank of Baroda. State Bank of India is having some 80 crore. Yes, he can open. Canara Bank is only 9 crore. It is less than 10%. He cannot open with you. The guideline says, I hope the concept is very clear. Above 5 crores, total exposure we will see for the customer. If it is 10% above of his exposure, wherever he's maintaining in any bank he can freely open the account. So now you read the lines. Current account can maintain any of the bank which facility the bank has at least 10% exposure from the banking system. Total exposure may more than 10%. Okay. If none of the lenders have 10%, see, he's having more than 5 crores, but 10 banks he's having 10 different CCs. Nowhere is more than 10%. Then the RBI told where he is having highest exposure, for example, less than 10%, but Canara Bank is having 9% exposure, that is the highest. Then he has to open with Canara Bank. Okay, this is the concept for OCCs where above 5 crores are there to open current account. And last, other lending banks can open only collection accounts. Other lending banks, whatever finance is less than 10%, they can open current collection accounts. That means they will open one current account for him, and whatever checks they will collect, and the checks immediately, whatever they have collected, immediately they have remitted to that main account where he is maintaining more than 10% exposure. This is the concept of Reserve Bank of India regulatory guidelines to us. Okay. Other lending. And one more important point, in collection account, for example, Canara Bank is having only 9% share. We have opened a collection account. Party has submitted some 1 crore checks. We have collected for him. We have collected within 2 days. Please remember, this is important point for exam. Within 2 working days, we have to give this collection amount to the main account, subject to condition that funds deposited in such collection accounts will be remitted to 2 working days of receiving funds to the CC account maintained with the above mentioned bank maintaining current account of the borrower. Wherever more than 10% he has opened account in a Bank of Baroda, for example, 20% is there. Within 2 days, you have to send that amount to them. This is the concept of current account wherever OCC is there with the customers. Okay. And non-lending banks cannot open current accounts. If you are not financing, you cannot open an account for the customer. This is for customers who is having OCC facility with any banks. Now let us see a different picture now. Now in the second area we will see is not availed OCC facility. He doesn't have any OCC facility. Now what to do? He is only having term loans. Now the concept is different for current account opening. So in the first is wherever OCC is having, we have seen up to 5 crores undertaking letter. Above 5 crores, wherever more than 10% exposure, there he can open account. Okay, less than 10%, he can open a collection account. But collection account within 2 working days, we have to remit to the main account. And non-lending banks cannot open a current account. This is the concept for wherever party is having OCC facility. Now in the second scenario, party doesn't have any OCC account in any other bank, but he is having other loans, term loans or fund-based, non-fund-based limits. Then what is the procedure? Then Reserve Bank of India told, if prospective customer is having exposure of less than 5 crore, if less than 5 crore exposure is there, then no restrictions on opening of account. Again, same thing. He can open any bank, a current account he can open, but the condition is subject to undertaking. We have to undertake that customer shall inform as and when he reached above 5 crores. Same here also same. Okay, but other than OCC, when he is extending, when he is availing finance more than 5 crores, immediately have to report to your bank. Next, 5 to 50 crores in between, if there is a, if exposure is other than OCCs, 5 to 50 crores in from the banking system. Now the RBI said no restriction on opening of current account by the lending banks. Non-lending bank may open only collection accounts. So because he doesn't have any OCC and all lending banks can open current accounts, no problem. Only thing is non-lending banks can open only collection accounts. No term loan you have given. Still want party. Yes, you can open a collection account. Canara Bank can open a collection account because he doesn't have any OCC. Please remember, in the earlier slide, we discussed about OCC customers. This slide, we are talking about other than OCC, any loans parties like term loans, non-fund based. In that case, guidelines are different. Clarity should be there first. In this 5 to 50, yes, anybody can open current account, no problem. For lenders can open current account, but non-lenders only collection account. Okay, then if prospective credit exposure is 50 crores and more, above 50 crore, then what is the position from banking system? Bank shall require put a place in escrow mechanism will start above 50 crore. Okay, escrow mechanism will be continued. Okay, there is no restriction of opening or collection accounts by lending banks. Non-lending banks shall not open any account for current account for even above 50 crores. Non-lending cannot open, lending can open collection accounts, but financing banks shall require to put in place a escrow mechanism they have to put. Okay, for 50 crores, because for term loan and all, he has availed, that installment they have to get. So escrow mechanism concept will start above 50 crore in current account. These two concepts are different. Be clear. OCC different, up to 5 undertaking. Above 5 crores, 10% concept. That OCC facility. No OCC, only term loans are there from the banking system. Then this concept will come. Same, up to 5 crores undertaking only here only. 5 to 50, anybody can open lending, other lending collection account. Above 50, escrow mechanism. These 6 concepts you have to know for current account opening. Okay, now let us go to the next point of current account. RERA account. RERA account also you have to open current account, and it is a high risk account, RERA account. And product code is 216. Very important points only I am telling. He may has product code. You have to remember RERA, and it is a high risk account. And please remember 70%. This is a very good answer for you. Whenever a real estate builders, when they are doing, who has to open RERA account means 70% of advance payments collected from the home buyers. See, some builder is there. He is getting 70% of advance payment from the purchase, who is purchasing a house from him. Advance may, if he is getting more than 70%, then he has to open a RERA account. So 70% is the key for this 216 and high risk account. Mostly important is 216 and 70%. Okay, that is RERA account concept. Now we will go to term deposits. Term deposit, current account, there are some different accounts are there, but I will talk to you in the slides only. Okay. In the latest surplus part, I will discuss. Now, term deposit. Hope you know pretty well, but in the surplus it has given, so I have written that FD minimum balance is 1,000. And please remember, any term deposit, whenever you are open, minimum 15 days, maximum 10 years. But there is only one exception you have to remember is, if any customer comes to you and deposit more than 5 lakhs, then only you can open a deposit for 7 days. And FDR we open for simple interest. Okay, monthly, quarterly, half yearly also we will pay interest. KDR, minimum 1,000, any deposit is minimum 1,000. Minimum period 5 months, not 7 days or 15 days, 5 months. Please remember, why KDR is 5 months? Because we give compound interest. After 3 months, compound interest will come. So that is the reason minimum 5 months. Maximum again 10 years. FD, KD, RD, everything is 10 years. Everything is 10 years. Only one deposit, which is 5 years. What is 5 years? FCNR is 5 years. Remaining all deposits in our bank is 10 years. Maximum deposit, no confusion. All deposits 10 years, except FCNR. FCNR is for 5 years. Then, rate of interest on term deposits. Slabs are 11. As of now, latest circular, there are 11 slabs. And at 666 days, we are giving a special rate of interest, and starts from 7 days rate of interest, and maximum is 10 years. And please remember, more than 10 years, there are two cases where we will give more than 10 years. One is court deposits. Okay, whenever court says, then we will give for more than 10 years, or in the name of minors. In these two cases only, we will open for more than 10 years. In all other cases, generally, any bank will open a term deposit for maximum 10 years only. Court may ask, a minor case is there, father, mother expired, he is at 4 years baby. So he will be major after 14. Then court will request the bank to open for 14 years or 15 years. By the time he will become major, we will open. That is the reason wherever court interference is there, wherever minors are there, we will open more than 10 years. Otherwise, our guidelines is 10 years only. Now, preferential rate, very important. See, up to 2 crores, we call it as a retail term deposit. 2 crores and above, we call it as a bulk deposit. First, we should understand the concept of bulk deposit. In one exam, he has asked what is a bulk deposit. 2 crores and above, 2 crores also bulk deposit. Less than 2 crores only retail term deposit. Okay, clear. Bulk deposit means 2 crores and above. Then bulk deposits above 2 crores, you have to take permission from integrated treasury wing, but through circle office. Whenever a branch is opening about 2 crore bulk deposit, they have to take permission through circle office from integrated treasury wing. That you have to remember. Earlier permission is not required, now permission is required. Then about 2 crores to 10 crores, okay. Earlier there was a permission, now this is dispensed with, but you have to inform. Then 10 crores and above. Now one more concept is there in our bank, designated branches concept. SPD wing has started one more concept, designated branches. Every branch cannot accept about 10 crores deposit. Only designated branches will be taking. Who are the designated branches? That SPD wing will decide based on circle recommendations. They will tell, okay, these are the branches in your circle who are designated. Those branches only can take about 10 crore. And please remember, about 10 crores, a term deposit, if you want to take, you have to take permission from integrated treasury wing Mumbai. That is important point. They will ask after what amount, whenever you are opening a deposit, term deposit, you have to take permission from integrated treasury wing, about 10 crores. Very important question. Okay. Then callable deposits, non-callable. There are two type of deposits we have about in bulk deposits. One is callable, another is non-callable. The name itself, callable means party can take it back. Non-callables mean he cannot take, premature will not be permitted. That is called non-callable. Okay. So that is the reason non-callable is no premature closure. Once he has given, it should be there. Please remember, many times asked this question, non-callable deposits, what is the minimum period and maximum period? This is also minimum 46 days and maximum 5 years. Just now I told you, any term deposit is 10 years, FCNR is 5 years. Please remember, non-callable deposits also 5 years. Remember like that. Odd man's 5 years is odd man out. Everything is 10 years only. Don't read this 10, 10, 10, 10. No, reverse. We will read reverse angle. What are all 5 years? We will remember. That's all. All others are 10 years only. Let them ask. He will not ask simple question. Always he will ask FCNR. Always he will ask non-callable deposit, because examiner knows we will by heart 10 years and enter into the examination hall. We will also try to remember those things what he is going to ask. So please remember, non-callable, minimum 46, maximum 5 years. And FCNR 5 years. Okay. In the FCNR again, I will tell, but just for updating you, I'm telling here itself. Okay. Interest exemption. You know that you in the branch also you take 15G, 15H, but normal citizens, it is up to 40,000. System will not deduct any TDS for term deposit. If they want to pay 15G, that you know pretty well. Senior citizens up to 50,000, system will not deduct TDS, but above 15,000 it will deduct. But 15H if they give, that will be waived in the system. Okay, that is what interest exemptions. Then introduction is not mandatory. This you know pretty well. Obtain 2 photographs of opening term deposit. See, whenever you are opening a term deposit, generally you have to take 2 photographs, but only one condition. If party is having a savings account or current account, then you need not take photographs. Then PAN card or Form 60, anyway, we are going to take, no problem. Who decides the rate of interest on term deposits? Asset liability, ALCO, asset liability committee of the bank will decide the rate of interest of their deposits. Okay. Then penalty rules. In term deposits, what are the penalty rules? If it is a premature closed. Remember one thing, generally in your branches, you might have worked as a branch. Most of the accounts we open less than 2 crores only. And if you remember, less than 2 crores, always penalty is there. Above 2 crores penalty is not there. That you remember. Because you are opening accounts, you are closing, and you are telling the customer penalty is there. Remember that answer. Less than 2 crores penalty is there. Penalty 1% will be levied on domestic deposit less than 2 crores. Less than 2 crores is there. But domestic NRO callable above 2 crores, no waiver is there. System will not deduct any waiver. Then capital gains account, yes, system will levy penalty. Penalty will be there on capital gains also. Penalty will be there on less than 2 crore. But above 2 crores, domestic or NRO callable term deposits, no interest is waived, no penalty will be there. Okay, this is an important point with regard to penalty. Then, and no interest will be payable on domestic deposits prematurely extended before completion of 7th day. See, any deposit minimum, I told you, if a party is depositing 5 lakhs and more only, you can open 7 days. So less than 7 days, nothing can be paid. So that is the reason less than 7 days, no interest will be paid. Then interest calculations in term deposit, quarterly we will do. Okay, quarterly we do calculation. Interest on FD is payable. Yes, monthly at discounted value you pay, quarterly, half yearly, yearly on maturity also we pay. Then interest on overdue deposit. See, account was matured, party has not come, overdue period. Then what is the rate we pay? Savings, because it's SB rate we will pay. Then bulk deposit. Bulk deposit means just now I told you term deposit of 2 crores and above will be called as a bulk deposit. And please remember, whenever you are accepting a bulk deposit of 2 crore and above, a thanksgiving letter mandatorily you have to send to the customer. Then a power of attorney holder from the branch accepting the bulk term deposit upcountry branch circle where the deposit is located shall pay a personal visit to the office to the beneficiary after opening bulk deposit. See, there are huge amounts, 2 crores and above. So bank is telling a power of attorney holder, that means any officer who is having a power of attorney, managers, they have to visit personally. Okay, whenever they are opening a bulk term deposits. Then VSL OD against bulk term deposit, due diligence. See, there are some frauds happened in the big deposits. So we should be very careful, very diligent. So bank issued very clear guidelines here. See, in above bulk deposit, see, somebody is having a 3 crore bulk deposit. Somebody is taking a VSL. You should be very careful. So bank says 1 crore and above. Branches has to do this due diligence, and less than 10 crore. Off-site monitoring, BSIC section circle office will do. 10 crores and above, OTM cell inspection wing will do due diligence. You should be very careful. Then generation of reports, there are big amounts. You see, bulk term deposit VSLs, these are. Then generation of reports on daily basis. 1 crore and above in respect of bulk deposits, loans and advance against bulk deposits. BSIC section CO should monitor this transaction every day. They may ask you after what certain amount daily report to be generated and reviewed on bulk deposits, 1 crore and above. Okay, so due diligence also you have to remember 1 crore and above branch, 10 crores of BSIC CO, 10 crores and above in head office, OTM cell head office. They will take care of, they will observe what's happening in the branch on those deposits. Okay, then review of bulk deposits, MIPD circle will do. Review of loans, CRMRO will do. Okay, anyway, loan CRMRO will do, no doubt. Okay, loans means CRMRO only, but term deposit, generally deposit pots, MIPD will take care. So MIPD CO, they have given this job to them. But here it is CO, here it is RO. Okay. Auto renewal facility. Generally, auto renewal facility, normal term deposits we are having, but in some schemes it is not available. Can tax saver, no auto renewal. Capital gains, no auto renewal. Court to deposits, no auto renewal. Non-KYC complete term deposit, non-callable deposits. These deposits, you cannot do auto renewal. Once it is matured, it will be in overdue only. Okay. Then, this is not important. If just for an academic purpose only. If a minor comes for a loan, if father is always a natural guardian for a minor, even mother is a guardian, but taking loan, father has to join the documentation. That is very important point you should note. Then TD matures and profits are unpaid. The amount left uncleared, the bank shall attract SB rate or contracted on the amount of term, whichever is less. See, if any term deposit is matured for an overdue period, you have to see, give SB rate. But you have to see what is the contracted rate. If contracted, generally it will be SB will be less only, no problem. But if contractual rate is less on term deposit, then you have to pay contractual rate. Okay, in overdue period. Then term deposits closed, deceased deposits. If customer has deceased, then what is the position? Closed before maturity. closed before maturity. Will repay to the legal heirs only. Then interest कैसे pay करते हैं? How to pay the rate of interest? Rate applicable for the period which the deposit actually remained with the bank without any penal cut. Whatever rate he is having, that entire interest rate will be paid. But if the depositor mature, once it is matured, we will pay to the, normally we will pay, we cannot make any penal cut to him. In case death of the depositor before the date of maturity and the deposit is claimed after the date of maturity, then what happens? Then contracted rate till the maturity we will pay, but from the date of maturity to till the payment from to legal heirs, we will pay SB rate. Then death of the depositor after the date of maturity, then SB rate we will pay. Then payment of interest on death claim settlement in respect of auto renewed deposits. Customer died, but auto renewal is going on. Then what is the position? Contracted rate till the maturity of original deposit and thereafter SB deposit rate of interest. Okay. This is with regard to deceased customers, how to pay rate of interest. Okay. Senior citizens, you know pretty well, 0.5% that you know, but you have to remember is now these recently, 1 year, 2 years back, SPD wing has changed some guidelines. Senior citizens are eligible only up to 2 crores. And senior citizens are getting rate of interest of 0.5% extra for deposits of 180 days and above only. That means if a senior citizen open for 3 months, he will not get 0.5%. Minimum 6 months he has to open. So less than 2 crores, here is eligible for preferential 0.5, and days means 180 days and more. And please remember, even though he's a very old senior citizen, very good customer of your branch, then there is a flexibility is there. Even less than 180 days or amount more than 2 crores. If you take permission from SPD wing, you can get the preference. No problem, 0.5%. But exceptionally, branches can take up with SPD wing. This is exception. Normally, no. Up to 2 crores only, we will give rate of interest 0.5 and above 180 days deposit only. Okay. Then term deposit and RD, senior citizens will get 0.5%. But please remember, NRO and capital gains, they are not eligible to get 0.5% for senior citizens. Term deposit, anyway, we know every time we are doing that. RD also they will get. But all other accounts, they are not eligible. Preference in term deposit rate of interest. You know, employee, ex-employee, you know pretty well, 1% we get extra. But a retired ex-employee, 1% we are getting, is a senior citizen now, 0.5% extra. So 1.5% you will get. Okay, for us 1%. If we get retired, we will get 1.5. More percentage we will get. Okay, except for, again, we will not get for NRO and capital gain. Okay, NRO is for non-resident. Anyway, we are not eligible for that. Capital gains also, even if you open also, you are not eligible for a preferential rate of interest. And can tax saver, this is a typical scheme. If can tax saver is opened, okay, but only 1% for ex-employee. Generally, ex-employee senior citizen means employee 1%, senior citizen 0.5. 1.5 he got na, but in can tax saver scheme, he will not get 1.5. Very exceptional. Please keep in your mind, they will get only 1%. Even though he's an ex-employee senior citizen, eligible for 1.5, bank is giving only 1%. This question many times he has asked. Can tax saver, ex-employee senior citizen, how much? Because he is thinking that we will get confused and we will put 1.5. No, 1%. Okay. Then HUF, if any Hindu undivided family opens an account with you, whether any interest additional rate you will give for senior citizen? No. For a Hindu undivided family, even though Karta is the senior most, he is eligible more than 70 years, you cannot give additional interest. The reason behind is beneficiary of the deposit HUF and not the Karta. Karta is not the beneficiary here. HUF is the beneficiary when you are opening account with HUF. That is the reason we will not give preferential rate of interest for Karta, even though Karta is above 60. Okay. Then small slide on different deposits. We have a SB can champ, just a glance only. I don't think they will ask any question on this. Just to remember, make you understand. Can champ, 11 years, 364 days we can open, generally 12 years. SB Galaxy insurance will be there up to 5 lakhs. SB Power Plus, average balance up to 1 lakh. And please remember, no SB TOD below scale 3. Senior manager level, you cannot give any TOD. Scale 4 can give TOD up to 10,000. But in payroll package, yes, senior manager can also permit. Okay, with the permission. Then can tax saver. This is a tax saver scheme. Tax saver means always you remember, whenever a deposit is kept in tax saver, it should be there for 5 years. So that is the reason can tax minimum period is 5 years. And present rate of interest for can tax saver is 6.5%. Earlier 5.5. Now it is increased to some extent 5.5%. Then for senior citizen, 5.5% extra he will get. But you see, again, I have written ex-employee 1%. This can tax saver scheme. Okay. Investment up to 80C, they will get a tax saving also. Minimum 100, maximum is 1.5 lakhs. And can tax saver is a tax saving deposit. No loan will be given. But the account can be opened with joint account with one more person. Spouse can also be added in this particular account. Okay. This is can tax saver. Then NRE deposits. This now we come to some non-resident. In the deposits policy, they have covered. Minimum maximum deposit amount in NRE, nobody will keep any amount they can deposit, no problem. Minimum period, NRE is 1 year. Remember, NRE is 1 year. Maximum 10 years. Rate of interest slabs are 7. NRO term deposit, prematurely closed and placed it to NRE term deposit, no penalty. If NRO term deposit prematurely closed and they want to continue NRE term deposit, no penalty will be there. But maximum is USD 1 million in financial year. That much only he can close and he can keep in NRE. USD 1 million. USD 1 million. One more answer is from an NRO account. If anybody any NRI want to repatriate funds, you want to take away the funds to abroad, that is also 1 million. USD 1 million is answer for NRO. NRE term deposit prematurely closed and placed in an RFC also, no penalty. Okay. Then premature closure, extension of NRE term deposit of less than 2 crores. Less than 2 crores. Everywhere penalty is there. That's all. Okay. Penalty will be waived. Premature, about 2 crores, penalty is waived. In any deposit, less than 2 crores, penalty is there. About 2 crores, penalty is waived. Remember that figure. Permissions, same, just like normal deposits. Up to 2 crores, integrated trust saving permission through circle office. 10 crores and above, integrate. You have to take permission from integrated trust saving Mumbai. Permission to accept term deposit, same. Bulk deposit, 10 crores and above, only designated branches can open, just like normal term deposits. Okay. And you have to take permission from rate of interest for integrated trust saving for permission. Another deposit closed before maturity, extended before completion of 1 year. If it is no interest shall be paid. See, 1 year is a minimum period. If anybody has opened for 5 years or up to 10 years, he can open. If you closes the deposit less than 1 year, no, nothing will be paid. Okay. Auto renewal of term deposit, very important point. Only once. Auto renewal, I told you just now, some accounts we cannot do auto renewal, but NRE term deposit, auto renewal is available, but only once. Because we don't know what is the status of the NRI. That is the reason. So bank says only once. And second time when you are renewing the NRI term deposit, you should know the status of the NRI. If he is an NRI, you can continue. Otherwise, you cannot continue that NRI term deposit. Okay. Then overdue NRI term deposit. Mature ho gaya, overdue, then SB rate. Okay. FCNR, foreign currency non-resident account. See, there are 4 currencies we accept. Generally, Reserve Bank says any convertible currency, but in our bank, we say US dollar, Great Britain pound, euro, Canadian dollar, American dollar, all 5. Okay, any individuals can open. Repatriation, always permitted FCNR. Maturity periods, FD minimum period 1 year, maximum 5 years. Just now I told you this FCNR is minimum 1 year and maximum 5 years. Reinvestment scheme for a minimum period of 1 year, 1 day. KDR, reinvestment scheme, minimum 1 year, 1 day, and maximum 5 years. And RD shall be, no RD shall be accepted. This question last time I have asked. FCNR, what type of account bank cannot open? Answer is RD. See, simple question. Only I should know the concept. Then transfer of funds from NRE to FCNRB and vice versa, permissible. See, NRE and FCNRB accounts, NRIs, when they send funds to India, if they want to put in FCNR for foreign currency, they want that benefit, they will put in FCNR. They want to convert in rupee and they want to keep, they will keep in NRE. So all abroad funds will come to NRE FCNR account on NRIs and all those things, all those people. So it can be repatriated easily. Whenever they want, they can take back those funds. And minimum amount is $10 or $10, pound, anything is 10. Maximum, why bank will put maximum? No limit. Anything we are required because India is need of funds now, Forex. So we'll never put a maximum limit. Whatever country, whoever is sending the money, let them send. Okay. So, but minimum is 10. Okay. This is with regard to FCNR. Now, FCNRB currencies already I discussed. Minimum deposit period, minimum 1, maximum 5 years. Transfer of funds from existing NRE to FCNR. If at all you want to send NR, then minimum 500, maximum no limit. See, while opening an account, it is $10, NRE to FCNR. But transfer of fund from existing NRE to FCNR, minimum 500, maximum no limit. I think this changed. Rate of interest, who will decide? Decided by ALCO, same, asset liability. Rate of interest, this is a new change. In FCNR term deposit, now the rate of interest is not depend on LIBOR. Overnight alternative reference rate. This is the rate we have to take based on swap rates close displayed by FEDI. FEDI will give this swap rates based on that overnight alternative reference date. The word is very important for fixing FCNR rate of interest. Then ex-employees, senior citizen are not eligible. See, we are not NRIs, we will not get that benefit. CBS will reckon per 1 year in FCNR is 360 days, not 365 days. For FCNR, 1 year is 360 days. In FCNRB KDR accounts, interest will be paid on maturity with compounding effect of 180 days. See, in KDR and all general term deposits, quarterly. But in FCNRB KDR, 180 days. Auto renewal, FCNR, only once. Then, this question last time came for scale 4 to 5. NRESB, NRETD, FCNR account can be opened in joint names with resident close relatives on former or survivor basis. See, any NRI wants to open a joint account along with Indian resident, he can open, no problem. But the repayment condition should be former or survivor only. But they have not asked nothing. They have asked in which act it is defined. Companies Act. You see how examiner is interesting questions you will put. Companies Act they have asked. This is question for 4 to 5. It is in deposits policy. If a resident open with NRI, either are survivor repayment, Companies Act. Okay. If a resident open with NRI, not NRI opening with resident, former survivor. But if a resident opening with NRI, either are survivor repayment, he can open. Joint account open in FCNR, maximum 4. In term deposit, I told you in the savings account, also savings account, no limit now. But in FCNR, maximum 4 only. Resident RFC for FCNR accounts, return to foreign currency RFC. RFC is resident foreign currency account. Okay. Resident foreign currency account is actually I have not discussed Forex here. See, if anybody NRI permanently coming back to India after doing minimum 1 year job or anything, he can open an account called RFC. That is called resident. When he is an NRI, he can open FCNRB, he can open NRE, he can open NRO. When he comes back to India permanently, the next account he has to open is RFC. So that is the concept of RFC. Okay. So returning India, permanently returning India will call the RFC. Deposits, same, all 5 currencies, same currencies. SB account not to open, please remember. For the purpose of trade and commercial, we cannot open. Then RFC, SB and current account minimum deposit is 100. RFC account minimum is 100. RFC eligible for payment of interest in SB account. Okay. Minimum is 1000. RFC eligible for payment of interest in SB account. RFC FD KD account minimum deposit. If KD or FDR he want to open, $1,000 he has to open. Maximum no limit. Always maximum, they will not keep any limit. Okay. Types of RFC account. Current account you can open. SB without checkbook facility, and term deposit other than RD. See, recurring deposit he cannot open in FCNR also, he cannot open RFC also. That is important. RD he cannot open. Okay. Then RFC FD, minimum period 1 month, maximum 3 years. This is a typical answer. RFC FD, minimum 1 month, maximum 3 years. Entirely all term deposits FCNR is different. RFC FD is different. And remember, the next line is the question last year. In exceptional cases, he asked for scale 2 to 3 last year. In exceptional cases, where deposit for a minimum deposit of $dollars or its equivalent in other currencies, RFC, FCNR can also be opened from period of dash to dash month. Both he has not given in the exam. What examiner asked is, see, RFC FD minimum 1 month, right? Maximum 3 years. But like FDR, I told you in term deposit also, minimum 15 days, maximum 10 years. But if a customer will give a 5 lakhs deposit, you can open for 7 days, right? This is exceptional in our Indian bank deposit. In RFC also, there is exception for FD. Normally 1 month to 3 years. But if anybody gives a deposit of $250,000, then you can open less than 1 month, that is 1 week to 1 month. This amount also he has asked, this period also he has asked. If you are knowing the both these answers only, you can answer. Okay, RFCFD, you remember USD $250,000. If anybody is giving, then you can open up to 7 days. 1 week, no, same 7 days to 1 month also you can open. Then rate of interest in RFC, SB, RFC term deposit from 1 week to less than 1 year are linked to LIBID rate, London Interbank Bid Rate. Then RFC 1 year to 3 years applicable to FCNR deposits. Same minimum period. This is normal FCNR. If this period, if somebody open, you have to go for LIBID rate, 1 week to less than 1 year. 1 year to 3 years FCNR. Sorry, it is 1 month minimum, maximum 3. But 1 year to 3 years rate of interest, if you want to fix FCNR rate of interest, you follow. But 1 week to 1 year, if you want to follow LIBID, you have to follow. This is the link to RFC SB rate. Then employees, ex-employees, all are not eligible for preferential rate of interest. Any RFC, NRI, we are not NRIs. Why bank will give us a concession? So bank is not giving. Okay, you're not confused. Then RFC D account, resident foreign currency deposit account. See, this is a different account. RFC D means, for example, if we are going abroad, if we are getting any remuneration from any class, for example, if I have gone to America to take some session, so I got some dollars as a remuneration. If I want to continue that, I want to keep the dollars in my account in foreign currency, then I will come back to India and I will open a RFC D account. That is called RFC domestic. Even my father is an NRI. He has given some gift to me. My friends has given gift to me. So that amount also I can keep in only RFC D account. In the account, only current account will be opened. Okay, this is called RFC D account. First, you should know the concept of RFC D. Now you see, a person resident in India permitted to open, hold, to maintain resident account, RFD account, out of foreign exchange acquired in the form of currency notes, bank notes, traveler, subject to condition like acquired while on visit to any place outside India. I went outside India, I have acquired some amount by way of payment for services, not arising from any business, anything India. No, after going to abroad by doing business, if I are no. But if I get any remuneration and all, yes, I can open RFCD account. Okay. Then remember one more point, whatever money I brought from America during the calendar month, if I am not using, it will be converted into Indian rupees in next month. For example, I went in December, I got some payment. I can come and open in December a account, RFC current account, my currency will be there. But till January 30 only I can keep if I come in December, next month. If January 30, if I am not exhausting that money, that amount will be taken, converted into rupees. That is the concept. Now you understand. Balance received in RFC account during a calendar month shall be converted to rupees on the last working day of next month. December mein aaya, so December they will keep. January 31st, I have to use that money. Otherwise, till January 31st, I can keep in Forex. That means dollars. If not, that will be converted to rupee. Okay, then type of RFC D account. I told you only current account. Then applications for opening NRE accounts are accepted in bank branches abroad. NRE account, if somebody wants to open in our bank, we have 3 exchange companies. One is Al Razuki International Exchange Company, then Eastern Exchange Company, and Musandam Exchange. All these 3 exchanges will open NRE account. Then officials who should be an officer of Canara Bank, not less than scale 2. Remember, only scale 2 on deputation to exchange company. See, somebody is in Musandam Exchange. He should be minimum scale 2. For what? The reason why is accept to open account, column in the duly mentioning the signing power number. Generally, account opening, we will write manager here, right? But in exchange companies, what bank told is minimum scale 2 posted abroad can write that account permitted to open the account. That is scale 2. Okay, that power they can ask who is empowered to write that account open concept in exchange companies. Minimum scale 2. Then there is a concept called special non-resident account, SNRR, special non-resident rupee account. This is a different concept. A person resident outside India having a business interest in India may open this account in Indian rupees. Okay. Any foreigner coming to India and he wants to do a business, he can open this account. That is called special non-resident rupee account. Okay. Okay. Then with the authorized dealers, you can open this account. Then What he can do the transactions. Some transactions they have given, not very important. Last time they have not asked anything in this particular slide, but just I'm guiding you only. Investment made in India, he should be according to FEMA, he should invest here, then only he can open. Import of goods and service, export of goods and service, trade credit transactions, lending under external commercial borrowings. These operations in account shall not result in the account holder making available foreign exchange to any person resident in India against reimbursement. See, he came from abroad. He cannot give money to any Indian. Okay. Balances in SNR account shall be repaired. Once his business is over, he can take back the money. Transfer of any NRO account are prohibited. He cannot transfer that account, NRO account to SNR account. All transaction SNR account subject to payment of applicable taxes. He has to pay Indian taxes. Account may be designated as a resident rupee account only. Opening of account by Pakistan, Bangladesh, prior permission of RBI is required. This is SNR account. Abroad, see, they may ask you some accounts, this basic information you must have. Any person, any foreigner coming to India and to do business in India, so one account he can open, that is called special non-resident rupee account. Okay, this is the concept. Now some general guidelines. Joint accounts, as I already discussed, no restrictions. Any number can open now in deposits. Withdrawal of cash up to 50,000 per occasion. Again, self-checks we can give, no problem at host branch, but cash paid to third parties will be extended base branch only. That is the reason generally third parties, if anybody is giving checks and all, he has to come to base branch only. He cannot go to third party. Other branch, if I am having account in Narayanguda branch, if I go to Calcutta, I can draw up to 50,000 self. If I give to third party, no. He has to come to Narayanguda only. That is the concept. Okay. Validity of checks, you know very well, 3 months. But the only thing is date. From 1/4/2012, this concept has come 3 months. Okay. Earlier it was 6 months. Prohibition and alteration of correction of checks. See, generally checks will be altered sometimes by the customers. As per RBI, no changes, correction should be carried out on the checks other than date validation purpose. See, in the check, no alterations are allowed. Only one alteration you can permit is date. If somebody's date cutting is there, you can permit if required. Okay. All other things he cannot give the check. He has to give a new check. Okay. Then for any change in pay's name and this point you have to know, courtesy amount, legal amount. The amount which you written in figures, if you write in figures, it is called as courtesy amount. If you write in words, it is called as legal amount. Okay. Then fresh check form should use it. If these two are one step. If courtesy amount cut, words cut, pay's name cut, you have to take a new check. Date problem, okay, he can change it and he can give a authentication there. Okay. Date is allowed overwriting, remaining courtesy amount, legal amount, pay's name not allowed. Then inoperative accounts, you know pretty well. Inoperative means after 2 years, any account is not operating, it is called 2 years. Please remember, in case balance is less than 20 rupees, an account will be closed if there is no account available from the depositor to the notice sent to the bank. Less than 20 rupees accounts, we can give a notice and we can close the account. That is what you should know. Otherwise, inoperative, you know. Unclaimed deposits, you know pretty well, 10 years. Next to 10 years, if nobody is operating, that is called as a unclaimed deposit. DEF, Depositor Education Awareness Fund. See, this unclaimed, nobody is operating any account for the next unclaimed high risk account, right? Unclaimed for more than 10 years. Okay. You have given to the DEF fund. Then after 10 years, last time this question has come. After how much period it has to be transferred? See, after 10 years, within 3 months, you have to transfer this account to DEF. What is the rate of interest DEF is giving now? 3%. 3 or 3.5. Okay. Nominations. Individuals in their own capacity, singly or jointly they can give, and sole proprietorship account also they can give nominations. Nomination through internet banking is also available in our bank for SB, recurrent deposit and term deposit. Okay. Then minor accounts. Minor account represented by guardian may be opened in the name of minor by the guardian. These all you know very well. The account may be opened by natural guardian or with mother as the guardian. According to Indian Majority Act, a minor who has not attained age of 18 years. Checks issued by the guardian. This is the case. Checks issued by the guardian prior to the date on which the minor attains majority, but presented the above date are to be treated as invalid. See, one minor is 17 years to 19 days. Guardian has issued a check. Check present after 18 years. He became major. Then the check cannot be passed. It is invalid. Okay. Next, account in the name of the minor who is having above age of 10 years. Then what happens? He can open self-operated account. Morning sir was discussing with you. But you have to take a declaration, no objection letter from the natural guardian. Then you can open account for 10 years. No checkbook will be issued in such accounts. No overdrawings will be allowed. Account of illiterate persons. No checkbook should be given. See, these are all general points in deposits policy. Okay. Account of illiterate persons, no checkbook. Account of blind persons, cash withdrawals at the bank. Then the payment must be made in the presence of another bank employer. Then only blind person we can give cash withdrawals. Account of prisoners, product code is 127. Try to, if possible, try to remember that 127. Redressal of complaints in deposit policy they have given. If any complaint comes to your branch, any complaint, first branch manager, then executive in charge of RO, then third is executive in charge of CO, fourth bank principal nodal officer at HO, GM SPD wing, fifth is letter to MDCO. These are the 5 people. Any complaint will be redressed one after another. Exhausting the above channel, all 5 are over. Still the party is not happy, customer is not happy. Then he will go to internal ombudsman of the bank or Directorate of Public Grievances or District Consumer Forum or State or National Consumer Forum or Reserve Bank Internal Ombudsman Scheme 2021. Okay. Then depositors' rights. Last time he has asked about this question. What is not a depositor right? He has asked. Okay. Right to information. You should know what is the price. Information you should know that when I am opening a savings account with your bank, I have every right to know the information about the product. Price, quality, quantity, everything. Right to choose. Absolute freedom. Which product I want, I can choose. You cannot give. Right to avail, utilize the products. Then right to heard and redress the grievances. All 4, one odd man out he has added and asked out of the following, which is not a depositor's right. Scale 2 to 3. Same question. Okay. Right of information, right to choose, right to avail, right to heard. These are the 4 things rights depositor. RD, minimum 6 months. Discontinued RD means 4 installments not paid. NND, minimum now introduced will be open for a minimum tenure of 63 months. This is very important for NND. Now let us see some important circulars came last year and this year. NRI account centralized. Now all NRI accounts will be opened at Ernakulam only. Okay, that is the first circular in the 2022 in deposits. Ernakulam, we have to scan like CPH, how you are sending for normal SB, you have to send for NRE to NRI accounts to Ernakulam. NRE also SBNR 103, 104, both accounts. Okay. And accounts opening at branches is disabled. Now you cannot open 103, 104. Okay. Who is overseeing? NRI Hub International Operations Wing HO is overseeing these NRI accounts at Ernakulam. Canara Ananya deposit. There is a launch called Canara Ananya. This is for only Telangana state only. Okay. Minimum balance is waived. See, special schemes of government, generally bank will not take any minimum balance and all service charges will be waived. But nowadays bank is restricting some facilities that you should remember. That's all. Charges and minimum balance always waived in government accounts. Okay. See, withdrawal transaction should be through bank induced. Customer has to come to bank and he has to take. Okay. Then only branches in Telangana will be opened and CPH Vijayawada will open those accounts. Product code is 141. Individual citizens can open as applicable to normal. See, in this particular scheme, Telangana government is giving 10 lakhs to some needy people. Okay. Who are all the beneficiaries? For income generating activity. Some income generating activity, Telangana government is giving 10 lakhs to their state people. Okay. That they have given some guidelines. Okay. So they may not ask this question because it is very specific to Telangana state, but just a glance I have given what is the guideline of this particular account. Canara PFMS account. This is the latest one, PFMS. So Canara Bank PFMS accounts, current account we have to open. Whom we can open? Private bodies we can open and other customer types which are not eligible to open savings bank account, we can open. This current account PFMS, what are the features? See again, minimum balance is waived. Okay. Debit card, mobile banking should not be given to this particular current account PFMS customers. Account opening permitted only at selected branches. Product code is 1651. Account portability is not available in this account, and all charges are waived. See, all charges waived, minimum balance is waived. Any question, what they will ask now, you may thinking what type of question will come. In Canara current account PFMS, what is the feature which is not applicable out of the following? Bus. All the out of this, from 4 they will give, 1 they will give odd man out. You have to tell. So that is the reason the basic features of this current account I have given to you so that you will understand this concept. Anyway, minimum balance is waived, right answer. Charges waived, right answer. Only thing, product code, portability, these things you have to remember. Okay. Like this 4-5 type of accounts will be there. Okay. This is current account PFMS. Now, Canara Elite current account. This is a very important product we have. Current account, that the cash handling charges, wherever parties are having problem, that cash handling charges are more. For them, this account is, that is the best feature of this account is, the Canara Elite is, quarterly average balance party has to maintain 5 lakhs. Quarterly average balance 5 lakhs. Then, what is the benefit? 10 lakhs per day. Whatever he puts cash in his account, up to minimum 100 and above denomination. He cannot give 10 rupees, 20 rupees. 100 and above denominations, if he give up to 10 lakhs in a day, no cash handling charges. That means almost 1,000 will be saved, because we take 100 rupees per lakh, 1,000. Subject to minimum cash deposit of 1 crore per month. And always remember, this is only at home branch. Wherever he is maintaining account, there only he can deposit. He cannot go to other branch and deposit the money. So 10 lakhs per day, average 5 lakhs he has to maintain quarterly. What is the benefit by maintaining average? 10 lakhs per day, 1 crore per month, free of cost, cash handling charges will be waiver. Okay. For above 10 lakhs per day or monthly limit above 1 crore, then 1 rupee per 1,000 charges will be collected. Then what are the facilities? Auto sweep facilities available. Other than that, extra benefits. One, if you open a Canara Elite account, the main benefit is cash handling charges. I agree. Other than that, some benefits have been given. What is that benefit? Auto sweep facility above 5 lakhs for a period of 15 to 181 days in the multiples of 5 lakhs. Okay. This is sweep in, sweep out has been given to this extra feature. Then he will be given POS machine, monthly rent free, that current account customer. Credit card issuance free, NEFT free, RTGS free, SMS free, folio charges free, locker operations unlimited free. These are the extra benefits if he maintains 5 lakhs average balance. Then checkbooks up to 700 leaves per annum issued free of cost. Free 700 checkbooks he will get. Debit cards, platinum, up to 50,000. Current account. This is current account. Please remember, savings account recently bank modified, but current account same. 50,000. Demand drafts, 5 DDs per month. Portability available. Earlier parties having current account or a privilege account, that can be converted to Canara Elite. Product code, if newly opened, it is 218. And personal accidental insurance cover 2 lakhs for self, 2 lakhs and 8 lakhs. That means if anything happens for self and spouse, 2 lakhs. If it is an accidental air and all, it is 8 lakhs. Please remember, these are the extra facilities you will get. So the Canara Elite concept is very important for cash handling. Average balance he has to maintain 5 lakhs quarterly. Then he will get 10 lakhs per month cash handling, 10 lakhs per day cash handling charges, up to 1 crore per month. Above that, 10 lakhs per day or above 1 crore in a month, per 1,000 we will charge. This is the main feature you can tell about this account. But other than that, some extra facilities also given, like sweep in, sweep out, 5 lakhs. Above 5 lakhs will be transferred to 15, all charges free, 700 checkbooks free, platinum card 50,000. Okay, that's not a normal point. It is 5 DDs free. Okay, product code is 218, and insurance and penalty. If party is not maintaining that 5 crores average balance, what is the penalty? If he is not maintaining minimum balance, 2,000 rupees per quarter penalty we will charge. And if account closed with less than 1 year, then also 2,000 rupees penalty. Penalty is same, both. Non-maintaining minimum balance 2,000. If account opened closed less than 1 year, also 2,000. These are the features of Canara Elite. This is an important circular in 2022. Quoting of PAN or Aadhaar number in certain transactions with bank. Please remember, this is a recent circular. Question may expect from this. Any cash deposit aggregating 20 lakhs in one account, okay, or cash withdrawals or withdrawals aggregate 20 lakhs and more in a financial year in one or more accounts of a person. See, customer ID is common. I am having savings account, OD, all these accounts. If I am drawing about 20 lakhs or depositing about 20 lakhs, Okay. Then I have to mandatorily give PAN card, quoting PAN and Aadhaar in certain transactions. I have to mandatorily quote PAN card, Aadhaar card. Opening of current account and cash credit also I have to. See, anything we can ask. After what certain amount of aggregate amount, party has to give PAN card and Aadhaar number. 20 lakhs. Any amount is the answer is 20 lakhs. Okay. Amount wise 20 lakhs is the answer. But even if party wants to open a current account or a cash rate also, he has to give PAN or Aadhaar. Next, Canara Dhiya account relaunched. This Canara Dhiya, digitally, our digital account opening. This is a OTP based KYC. OTP non face to face. Customer will open from his house only digitally this account. Okay. Then in this account can be opened is 101. Even Canara Jeevan Dhara. Senior citizen also can open this account under product code 110. This is the concept. Okay. Then undelivered checkbooks and undelivered debit cards. Recent guideline 339/22. See, now CPH is opening the account. Maybe you know pretty well all these things. Just I'm giving a glance to the people who are not well versed about this. See, CPH has opened the account. They have sent the checkbook and the debit card to the customer's house. For example, wrong address, undelivered, wapas aa gaya. It gets returned. Now the guidelines are very clear. If personalized checkbooks lying undelivered beyond 3 months from the date of issue, return of checkbooks shall be destroyed by CPH. Answer is 3 months. If anything returned to you within 3 months, if it is lying, it has to be destroyed. Debit card also lying undelivered for a period of 3 months from the month of issue, based on that card, whatever date printed on that card, from the date, if it is more than 3 months, it is kept pending, underlying, undelivered, then also it should be destroyed. So checkbooks also after 3 months you have to destroy. Debit card also you have to destroy. These are the two important points. 3 months is very important for examination point of view. Okay, destruction. Okay, monthly confirmation. Introduction of monthly confirmation certificate regarding uploading CASA application. See, every month branches to RO to CO to HO, they have to give a confirmation that all the CASA applications by the branches CPH has opened immediately after receiving from the customer. Okay. Next, SB, there is a new another product, new SB current account in the name of SB CNA, Canara CNA. These are the two accounts under public financial management system we are opening for central sector schemes. Same. See, again, same scheme. I told you government scheme, you see, no minimum balance. Okay. No, all applicable charges waived. Every government, these two are common. You need to remember. Remaining things you try to remember. Debit card, mobile banking, not available. You see, government accounts, central sector schemes. So debit card, mobile banking not to be given. Internet banking available. Checkbook facility, maybe SMS facility may be provided. One-time porting of account is allowed. Only one time. Okay. Account open permitted through CPH only at selected branches. Charges are waived. Product code. If central schemes, SB means 142, they have to open. Current account means 1652, they have to open. Okay. This is with regard to SB current account under CNA product. Public Financial Management System, we are opening these accounts. Introduction of Canara current account holding, new current account product for opening accounts in implement payment statute. Statutory deductions, if anybody is doing, so there is an account called Canara current account holding, a new current account product. This is designed to open PFMS accounts for implementing agencies for payment of statutory dues, tax, duties. I think time is up. Okay. I'll try to finish up, wind up. Minimum balance maintenance is waived. Again, checkbook facility, SMS may be provided. Debit card, mobile banking, passbook, not to be made available. Internet banking is available. Maximum time for which the funds can be held in the account shall be 14 days. This is important point for examination point. See, whatever came, it can be only maximum 14 days. After that, the amount will be credited back to SNA account of the agency. Okay, this is important point. Up to 14 days you can keep. After 14 days, you have to return back. Account opening permitted only for specified branches. Current account 1653. Account portable is available. Minimum balance again 0. Charges waived. All balances are waived. Charges are waived. Product codes you have to remember. These are some specific points you have to remember. Facilities, if you could able to remember, you remember all 3-4 concepts. You keep in one place these slides, SNA account, the statutory accounts, and try to understand the differences. Okay. Otherwise, we will forget. This is NND account, new Niche Nidhi deposit. if you need payment of interest, whenever you are giving a payment of interest, premature closure, whenever you are doing less than 12 months, you are going 0.10%. Recovery of penalty 3%. 12 to 14 months 0.25% and no penalty. 24 to 39 0.5, 39 63 1.5%. These are the penalties we impose on NNDs prematurely if they close. Generally, NN deposit will be opened for 63 months. Okay. If they already opened accounts, if they are coming for premature, these are the penalties. Okay. Penalty will be there for up to 12 months. Please remember 3%. Okay. Then these are the interest rates. All existing, any branch pygmy that agents will be there for NN deposit collection. If that agents are having any deposit, bank said in circular 463, that will be kept as a KDR for 5 years with existing rates. The important point is that NND agents, whatever secure deposit you have taken, that should be kept as a KDR for 5 years. Just 5-10 minutes, I'll close it. I'll close the session. Now, revision of NND deposits. Just now we have seen the same slide here. 12 months, 0.10 rate of interest on NND. 12 to 24, 0.25. 24 to 39, 0.5. 39 to 63, 1%. 60 months on maturity is 2%. Okay. If recovery, if at all premature, then the penalties are like this. Permit after deducting 3% of balance as penalty. This is with regard to NND. Canara 666 deposit. We can expect question on this. Minimum deposit 25,000 and maximum is 2 crores up to 666 days. Additional 0.45%. Interest payment monthly, quarterly, half yearly. On maturity also we can pay. Auto renewal facility. They never give because it is a 666 days concept. We don't know after 666 days whether this product will be there or not. That's why auto renewal is not permitted. They will ask 4 or 5 features of this and they will ask you to take odd man out. That is the reason we should know these answers. 25,000, 2 crore, additional rate, monthly interest, auto renewal not available. He'll say auto renewal available. That is odd man out. Okay. Then penalty and preferential interest. Senior citizen ex-employees, as per prevailing guidelines, if it is applicable, it is applicable. And this is important point. These particular deposits, before maturity, 15 days prior, SMS and email will go to the borrower. They will ask before how many days a reminder will go, SMS or email will go. 15 days. Application form, you know that NF1018. Foreign contributions. This is a small concept, foreign contributions. See, if anybody is getting from foreign funds to India, remember, they have to take permission of MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs, they have to take permission. But government organizations, if any, they are receiving funds, they have to take clearance from Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance. Anybody, Ministry of Home Affairs. Government organizations, Department of Economic Affairs. Canara SBS, same. Again, product for public financial management. This year, there are so many circulars on public financial management system. Little bit you have to keep. And again, same you see, all charges waived, no minimum balance. Here see, checkbook and SMS may be provided. Checkbook, SMS. Internet banking facility available, but only view facility available. Account opening only at specific branches, not one, and permit a circle head only. Product code 140. SB normal. All charges waived. Debit card, passbook, mobile banking not available. So what is not, some features they are not available, somewhere it is available, lot of confusion. But if you keep all 4, 5 and try, give some time, if one question comes, you can answer, otherwise you can ignore these things, okay? But I think this is a very important slide. Minimum this slide you have to remember, product code, okay, charges. You need not remember only 2 points. One is minimum balance and one is charges. Remaining facilities, very confusing. Somewhere they are telling available, somewhere not available, okay? This is the last year circular. Sweep and sweep out facility. Okay. Penalty for premature facilities introduced 0.5%. Last year they have given this circular, old circular, 2020, 21 December, November circular. This is okay. Frequency for sweep and sweep out is they can keep weekly also on every Monday. In case of Monday is all day, last day of the month, sweep out will happen. Now sweep out, this is important. Current accounts above 5 lakhs, in multiples of 5 lakhs, it will be converted to term deposit in sweep out. SB institution 5 lakhs in multiples, both are same. But staff accounts 50,000 in multiples of 10,000 for us. General SB customers 1 lakh and multiples of 10,000. Okay, these amounts you try to remember if possible. Current account 5 lakhs in multiples of 5 lakhs. Even same thing that Canara highlight also 5 lakhs in multiples of 5 lakhs. Only thing period they have told 18 days to 181 days. Same days here also. This concept is like that. Okay. Then child accounts of PMS, the threshold limit is 0. Seaport facility says 15 days to 100 days. Same na. Allied also same. They told 5 lakhs in multiples of 5 lakhs, 15 days to 100 days. This concept is available there. Okay. If a normal current normal current account concept is not available, only for corporate is available. But if a normal current account customer wants to open a sweep in Seaport, yes, it can be opened, but only with the permission of GMSPDD. Okay. The date is important. 15 days to 1 day. This remember 15 days to 1 days. Okay. Okay. Now it is over. This is a different scheme, this is a different policy. I will discuss later. So thank you very much. This is a different policy. That's why I have cut shorted. This is a domestic branch expansion policy. I can cover later also, no problem. So thank you very much. I think it is already 5:48. I have overshooted 20 minutes to complete the session. Even recording will be available. Later also people can watch it. So thank you very much. Anand sir, are you there, sir?
Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible, sir? Hello. Ravikumar, sir. Am I audible? But your voice I am not able to get. One second, I will ask him to unmute. I am sitting outside.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, I was just sitting outside because I wanted to watch over a mobile also, how
Okay.
others are viewing. Because many people will regularly complaining that audio is not clear.
Okay.
But there was no problem at all. So thank you very much. Wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Non-stop 3 hours.
I think I overshooted 20 minutes break that I have given now. The 20 minutes I overshooted.
Yeah, correct. No problem. Morning we had a Jagannath sir session.
Yes, sir. I was there, sir. I was there. Full session I was there.
We had a small worry because it was raining heavily in Chennai in the morning.
Okay. Sir, recording you have stopped, huh?
Recording I have not yet stopped. I will stop it.
Okay, no
Anyway,
problem.
I will edit it, no problem. While posting, I will edit it.
Okay, sir.
So thank
People,
you.
you have any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, I think you people can exit. If any doubt is there, you can pose me. I will answer. Otherwise, you can exit. Another 5 minutes we will be there. After that, we will conclude the session. Sir, video will be uploaded later. I already told that. Sir also needs some time. Now it should be have some uploading. All these things will take some time. PPT anyway, I will share it to sir. Sir will upload in CBY website also. From there also you can download. And
Sir,
I will also share in the group so that you will immediately will get. Okay.
Sir Ravikumar.
Yes, sir.
Some of them have asked if you can share the PPT in advance, they will be able to.
Okay, sir. Actually, I'm preparing the presentations. For today's session, I have made the presentation yesterday, day before yesterday. Anyway, it is there means definitely I'll share it, sir. Whatever it is completed, I will share.
Whatever is ready, you keep sharing.
Okay, okay, sir.
We will ask Srikanth to put it in the website because
Okay.
there is one more step I need to cross. Only Mr. Srikanth is uploading in the website.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I have to get his appointment also because he is in CBT now. He may not be able to do it immediately.
Sir, when will the topics which left today will be covered? Amit, sir, I have covered. Actually, to my understanding, as per topic, I have given deposits and KYC. I have covered. Promotion orientation, I covered. That is the reason I took time to cover my topics today. Today, my topics are over. Next week, maybe I am covering priority, government schemes, some 3 topics. Credit topics will start. Today, I have covered general topics. So credit, I will start from next week. Then MSME, retail, which are very important for examination purpose, I will cover. Withdrawal is varied, but the policy, debit card, Prasanna, sir, actually that debit card policy may not be having. It is a very recent guideline. I don't think examination it will come. But still everybody knows that 40,000 to 75,000, that 50,000 to 1 lakh, everybody knows. Now you have to read the material and try to once or twice you have to read. Otherwise you will forget. Maximum amount can allow withdrawal slip. Any amount, sir. Shamkant, any amount. When will the promotion training start for 1 to 2? You are asking about physical classes. If you're asking physical classes, it will start in January first week. Sir, lending bank, non-lending bank difference means lending means who has given loans. Non-lending means simply if a party doesn't have any loans with your bank, you are a non-lending bank. Customer having a term loan of 50 lakhs with Bank of Baroda, lending bank. Canara Bank not having any lending, no finance made, non-lending bank. Sir, quiz time, I think later they will announce quiz time and all, okay? I think our Gulbarga team is doing that. It will take some time.
Yeah. Quiz time it will be informed, sir, through CBA website. We will inform in other WhatsApp group also. We will share.
2 to 3 also first week of January, sir. Training, physical training at STCs, I'm telling. Yeah. Kiran, sir, I will share the presentation, okay? Yes, sir, we can lend to trust. If the trust deed permits, remaining all guidelines are complete, we can finance. But remember, sir, this is for only examination purpose only we are discussing here. Yes, 2020, just like the test will be there, sir. Already GS has informed. I think Timareddy sir is on the job now, sir, I think.
Yeah. That's why we have added in that letter also. It will be the test.
Sir, I will share that computer material, sir, in that group. Because I want to reach as early as possible. Otherwise, individual messages I cannot handle. Na? 5,000 people asking PPT, that this I cannot handle single-handedly. I have to prepare my notes also. So that was the reason I created that group, that one shot I can finish my job. Still new people are joining every day by day. So it is also a difficult task for me. But still I am trying to manage. Whoever is sending, I am giving a link, immediately I am sharing. Yesterday, that is the reason very fastly we could able to reach everybody. Immediately once the GS, that message, sir, immediately I share. You can message me, sir, then I can add you in that group, okay? Yeah. Gulam Rasul, sir. Actually, the time has not permitted, but general banking and all, I don't want to go for a questionnaire. But definitely, I'll try to give a questionnaire in priority, okay? But not much, but 10, 15 important questions after the topic. Immediately, I'll ask some questions to you so that you can, what you have taught in the class, whether the knowledge check is going on all, like Jagannath sir is giving question, reading material. So I will give material, then I will ask some questions so that you will be confident. I will do that in the next session. I will try to do that. Time is important, sir. Material preparation itself is taking a lot of time. Again, questions mean it is difficult, but I will take some help and I will do that. Because that will give you a lot of confidence, what you understood, whether you would be able to answer in the exam hall or not. Okay, I'll give them my number also. I cannot add the number, sir. You have to. Sir, I have given my number. You have to send a WhatsApp message to me. 558, one message came, you see. Me to everyone. That is my number. Anyway, my presentation will be available in CBOA website also. But you people will be very hurry, so I will share in the group also. State government loan schemes under government sponsored schemes. Yes, sir. All are government sponsored only. State government, central government, all are government sponsored only. What are last year vacancies for 2 to 3? Exactly, I don't remember, sir. Around 500, I think 800 something. Sir, I cannot note down your numbers and I cannot add. I have given my WhatsApp number. You message me, I will add. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
I think we can wind up.
Oh. Okay, sir. We will wind up, sir.
Yeah, we will wind up. Thank you.
1 minute. Somebody is saying not get my number. Just once again, I'll post 78420 64393. Sir, again I have given. Oh, Kiran, it has 1 minute. I am not giving any pre-test series, sir. Sir, I am sharing my number. Yeah, I have shared my number, 6 p.m. exactly. Mr. Rajiv, I said I cannot add your numbers, Prasanna. It is not possible for my side to add. Please add my number. For you, I am 1. For me, it will be 100. I cannot add, na. Please. Yeah. Mr. Yamanappa has given my number. That is my number. You can WhatsApp me. Once the time permits, I will give the link. You can join. So future also, you need not ask me again and again. And whoever is taking also, whatever I'm getting, I'll share it. Jagannath sir also, I think in the group today I got. I will share that also so that you can access immediately and you can start reading. Ultimately, you want you people to read only. 393, sir. 393, sir. Wrong number. I have given my number, sir. Don't follow others' number. 78420 4393. Mine is 393. Again, I'm telling you 78420 64393. Okay. Okay, friends, it is 6 o'clock. We will wind up. Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, boss. We'll wind up for the day.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. All questions are repeated questions.
Now I have to reply.
Shall I close?
Yes, sir. Bye, sir. Good night.